Analysts say these cuddly monsters have staying power.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have stretched my microphone as far as it can go. I'm not necessarily certain if it's far enough. I might have to stretch just a little bit further. But I'm trying something new today. Hi, everybody. This is probably your first time you've ever heard me live over here on my YouTube channel. Now, this isn't necessarily my first live stream. To say the least, I have done a lot of live streams in my day, but those happen all over on twitch.tv. But today is the first time that I'm trying something a little bit different, hanging out with you guys over here on the YouTube channel instead. I have something that I thought would be a little bit fun, and I figured the music is a little loud. Yeah, I'll fix that here in a second. I'm gonna try something a little different today, and we're gonna see how it goes. I think it's gonna be fun if we can make it work right. I'm going to move this table just a little bit closer to my setup so I can stretch this microphone just a little bit closer to my face. But the plan for today is that we are gonna build a puzzle together, and we're just gonna hang out, we're a little relax, chat for a while, and just have ourselves a nice, silly little afternoon. All right. So that's what's gonna happen. Let me move the table, like I said, just a little bit closer because I don't think it's close enough. I just have to try not to spill a tea because this is a very nice table, and I don't want to spill. You know, I know we live in the common parlance of our times is to try and spill tea everywhere we can, but you know that just stains nice wood tables. Give me just a second here. To push this just a little bit closer. I've got some lovely jasmine green tea is what I got kicking here, and I'm very excited to drink it in just a moment because I haven't had any tea yet. And that is a travesty. I have tea almost every day of my life, and I have not had a drop today. And what is that? What's going on with that, right? Why haven't I had tea? I could wake up, make tea, but then I decided not to wake up. I slept in because I wanted to sleep. Let me go adjust the music. Let me adjust the cameras, and then we'll get ourselves started here, friends. Give me 1 second. Hopefully that's a good level of music. I know, sorry, I'm kind of wandering around here, but I gotta get to my mouse. That's not it. That's the one I'm looking for. There we go. Now we're talking. Pierce here. For the first time ever, I'm gonna take Pierce off my microphone for a second here, because he's been hanging out here for a while. Just so he's not flapping in the breeze, kind of, if you will. But hi. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully you can see everything all right. Hopefully everything's looking good. I'm not on camera, as you can probably tell. I figured for the purpose of this stream, actually, it'd be easier if I just kept it focused on what's in front of us instead of, you know, trying to get at multiple cameras going. I kind of did this, I will admit. I'll admit I kind of did this on a little bit of a whim to just try to set this up. I didn't really tell anybody I'd be doing this, but I thought it'd be fun just to first see if anybody would show up, which the answer is yes. The answer is certainly yes, that people would show up for such a thing today, which I do appreciate. And then also that it worked okay. So yeah, everybody's here and it's looking nice, and I think we're ready to do a little puzzle building. So yeah, that's the plan for today. We have ourselves. I bought this puzzle maybe, oh goodness, almost a year ago. I think I've been sitting on that one for a long time, and for whatever reason I've decided not to build it. Mostly because I wanted to make it for content, and then I never got around to making it for content. I thought about doing like one of those, you know, when they have those fancy like what's it? What's the word I'm looking for? Where they speed up the footage really fast, so that way you can see it built all in one bit, and then I can put it out as like a TikTok or something like that. But a time lapse. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know what I was taking too long on that one. You missed some of the bot commands from Twitch, aka all the bot commands from Twitch. Yeah. I'll give some of you mod powers here in a second. Don't worry. Here, before we get started, I see plenty of questions out in the chat, so I'm just going to address some of those very quickly and shortly. Number one, where's Minor Demon Season 2? You tell me, man. You tell me. The long and the short of it is that I didn't is that I don't know. I've been told. I have been told nothing. And so as a result, I can tell you nothing because I've been told nothing. If I ever be told somebody, then I'll let somebody know. There's a mod. Sorry, I'm just making a couple mods over here, friends. If you are new to me streaming, I actually am a long-time Twitch streamer, as I mentioned before. And so I've got a whole crowd of folks who usually help me over there who have all decided to pop in today, which is very kind of them. I did not ask them to, just to be clear. I'm setting you as mods now, so you do have the powers. But it's not because that I necessarily wanted you all here, just if you want to help, you can. There you go. All right, I think I caught all my mods that I see presently. Mods, if you see somebody out there that should have it and don't, let me know. There, now we have things under control. So yeah, first piece of the puzzle. No, I am not. I do not know when Minor Demon Season 2 is coming out. That much I do not have any control over. I am but an actor, a puppeteer, if you will. But I don't have any of that. As for where Ian/Chris is, that's something I also am going to have to disappoint you guys on. Then that I don't have any information about that. Last I heard was that he was still recovering from his surgery. But past that, I've not heard a whole heck of a lot about that. So yeah. No, I also you'd have to ask him. I don't have a ton of information about those things. I am kept to being a silly boy on the internet, friends. You have to understand sometimes, and that's all I get. As to where KC is, she is on vacation. I know that one. I know she went on a little vacay, and she is A-okay. Actually, I think she'll be coming back in videos here pretty soon. What happened to Ian? Long story short is, I think he shared it around. He got tonsillectomy. You got these like little chunks of like meat inside like inside your throat, right? These little like flaps of stuff that doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot for your body, but can cause a lot of problems for you if you're not careful, or if you're just unlucky, right? And for what it's worth, actually, I don't have any tonsils. I got mine removed by the age of 9. So I did not have an opportunity to ever really experience too long what it meant to have tonsils as an adult. But for some people, they can cause a lot of illness over time. And so getting them removed is a good step towards not having to suffer that anymore. The downside is, as you might imagine, if you have any surgery done to your whole mouth, throat, air passageway system, it's gonna knock you out for a while. So that's what's going on there. So yeah, my and Aphmau's new video. I'm sure there's a new video coming out here soon. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, and you know what? I absolutely can do some. I can absolutely do some Minor Demons Pierce if you prefer. I can talk like this, but I need to talk very close to the microphone, and that will prevent me from doing much by way of, well, you know, building puzzles. But yeah, tonsils can do that. They can make you sick. Yeah, absolutely. Strep throat likes to really like sling onto those boys, and it's no fun. And yeah, a couple other pieces, friends. It's just me today. There's nobody else joining this stream. This is just in the basement of my house. So and I haven't told anyone else that I was doing this stream in the first place. So yeah. That said, you know, I did just do a collaborative stream of some fast food simulator alongside Corinne, aka Megami33, aka the gal who plays Kim for the Aphmau channel. And also Keston, aka the guy who plays who's Terrible over on Twitch and things, aka the guy who plays Zane. So if any of that is interesting to you, friends, be sure to go follow our Twitch channels. Yeah, I'll be posting I'll be posting that stream that we did on YouTube here in a couple of weeks. But as always, if you want to catch it first, that's the best place to do it. So there you go. But yeah, it's just gonna be me today, and we're just gonna build a little puzzle. So again, I've never tried building this puzzle before, and I thought it'd be fun to try and do it. So that's what we're gonna do. sore throat the other day. It was kind of sad. I mean, it you know, ultimately when we are, when you're voice actors, losing your voice at some point is really bad, as you might imagine. It is not a very enjoyable thing, because you can't then do a whole lot with your voice, as you might imagine. Shadow, we're both called Shadow, but I'm called Shadow, and you pronounce yours Shadow. That's how that works. Wow. Wow. You know, I will say, I'm trying to figure out what would be a good, like, measurement to tell you how small this puzzle is. Because, you know, I think it's hard to kind of determine how big these things are. Let's see here. Do I have, like, a quarter or a coin or somewhere? One second. Long story short, this puzzle is small. But there are 1,000 pieces to it, which is pretty intense. Also, you know what? You're so true. That's so true. I didn't actually say the thing. So, lest nobody else gets that opportunity. Yes. There you go. There's the one you were looking for. That is on me. I didn't tease that is the one that I got that going. So, there you go. How's my day, mate? It's been good. It's been good. I'm very excited for all this. Yeah, hold on. I want to see if I can find a quarter. What is that? Scooting around my table here. You should see the state of my stream room. It is something else right now. I'll tell you what. Okay, here we go. So here's a penny. A penny will definitely. Whoa! Falling. Okay. My lights are a little unsteady, so I gotta make sure I keep an eye on them. Okay. So yeah, I just want to show you this, friends. There's a penny, right? Oh boy, it's kind of tough to see relative to the. So I'll put that penny right there on top of the box here, right? So that's a penny, a standard U.S. penny, and this is one of the puzzle pieces on top of that penny. Why is it so small? Why is it so heckin' small? It's so teeny tiny. I don't know why they're so small. It's very funny to me that they're this tiny. But I'm gonna see if we can build ourselves a little puzzle. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, friends. It's so buckle in, hang out. Let's do a little bit of puzzling. I'll be reading chat, obviously, and things like that, but I will be taking time to go ahead and build all this up. What do I think of ships? I'll just say, as in general, I think ships are perfectly fine. You can have fun with fictional characters, as long as you remember that they are fictional characters, right? Oh, that's nice. Jasmine tea. Yeah, it's really important to remember that these are supposed to be fictional characters and not real people behind them, right? Just because Casey and Zane are having themselves opportunities to have little romantic dalliances does not necessarily mean that the actors behind them are also interconnected in that way, right? That's just an important piece of that thing to remember. So as long as you remember that, go have fun, go enjoy your little your ships and all that. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I know you're not going to get my ships out of me. Not to say that I have them in the first place, but also I try not to ship people that I know personally. That's not entirely true. I live for drama sometimes, but I don't ship my coworkers. That's an important distinction. That's a really important distinction. Somebody asked if I enjoyed what I do. I do enjoy what I do. What do I do in my free time? This is what I do in my free time, apparently. Is I like to stream. I love live streaming, guys. It's one of my favorite things that I like to do on the internet, because I just get to chat with people. I just get to chat and hang out and be a goofy little guy, enjoy my time, and see where this goes. This is gonna take me 3 billion years. If Ev wants Minor Demons to continue, absolutely, I would be in it. Yeah, 1,000%, billion%. As long as I'm with the channel, you're gonna get. You can't stop me from playing Pierce from Minor Demons. But whether or not it's going to happen is an entirely different story. You know how that goes. All I'll say with stuff like that, friends, I think that's a really important piece, is, hey, if you want Minor Demons to happen, keep telling her. Keep telling the powers that be that you want to see Minor Demons Season 2. Because demand is the only thing that is going to convince them that it's worth doing. Just to say. By the way, friends, as we're talking here, as you can probably imagine, right now I'm going through and trying to grab all of the edge pieces in this puzzle, because that's what you do when you build puzzles. You find the edge pieces and go from there. So I'm trying to kind of assemble sort of a structure of this thing. What's the date and mint on that penny? Let's see. It's kind of gross. Wow, it's a 2010 penny. 15 years old. As for the mint, it is, did I see a D? I think I saw a D. Just so you know that this is an absolutely live stream. I don't think I would have been able to predict somebody would ask about the penny that I used. So I think that tells you all you need to know that this is truly live. This is somebody asked if this was live on Twitch. It is not live on Twitch. I figured I will probably do more like crafty videos. I have actually a lot of piles of Lego that have been gifted recently, and I think that would be really cute to do on stream at some point. But as you've, I figured this would be good for YouTube exclusively. And then if this goes well, I might do the construction streams both on Twitch and YouTube, if that makes sense. But for those of you who are usually my Twitch streamers, or Twitch viewers, I think you already know that this was a good idea to put on the YouTube channel and not put on the Twitch channel this time. What is it like to work for Aphmau? It's interesting, because it's, it's... One way I'm trying to think about it is that it is a job unlike any other job out there. Yes, of course, there are other YouTube channels out there that do things, but like, that's ranking in maybe hundreds of jobs, period, around the world that people could work for other people at YouTube channels. And so that is such a unique thing that I almost can't compare it to anything else I've done in my life. But it is very fun and very cool, and I enjoy being able to play a goofy little boy, a goofy little guy, and have that be my job. Like, you can't get that pretty much anywhere else, I'll tell you that much. All right, so I'm just keep digging through it. I'm trying to find, I should push up these edge pieces so you can see what I'm finding here. Also, somebody liked my ring. Yeah, this is my wedding ring. There it is. If you guys don't know, I'm married. My wife, Marissa, is currently sitting upstairs crocheting a poncho or a shawl? A poncho. Thank you, love you. She didn't say I love you back, guys. Guys, she didn't say I love you back. Anyway, can I check your server for a quick second? The Discord is there, hold on. Am I in trouble? Yay! She said I love you too! Could have been fun to build a room with the same puzzle Shadows building, but for viewers, would not reasonably keep the link accessible. Oh, you thinking, slow mode? Yeah, I could probably turn on slow mode. Hold on. For what it's worth, mods out there, don't worry about it. I get it. I get it's a little crazy right now. Let's change the rules a little bit here, if that makes sense. The Twitch rules that we would enforce normally, especially about repeated messages, would be a big mess on the Twitch channel, but over here it's just gonna be what it is. It's all right. If it's a little unruly, as long as we aren't breaking other major rules about, like, personal information and things of that nature, if that makes sense. Yeah. That's also why I was just gonna kind of let this be a little petri dish, a little experiment stream to kind of see what's going on with all this. So yeah, if that makes sense. What is my schedule for this? This is gonna be a pretty abnormal schedule for YouTube streams. I don't really plan on doing regular YouTube streams as of yet, but did you know that I stream on Twitch every night? Almost every night. I'm gonna be streaming tonight. I'll be streaming tomorrow night. I'll be streaming Tuesday night. But then Wednesday, I actually take classes, friends. I take various different classes to help me become a better voice actor. I take classes for improvisational comedy, because I gotta be a silly little boy silly little guy for the YouTube videos, for the Aphmau stuff. And it's fun being a silly little guy for rest of voice acting as well. So yeah. Yes, you can, Hop. Yep, you can. No, again, this is Brave New World, friends. This, and that's okay. That Twister's Twister. Which Twister's Twister? Hold on. Let me scroll up. Am I excited for season 7? Is it bad for me to admit that I have never watched My Street? Should I do that? Do you guys think I should watch My Street sometime? What do you think? Pink hand wave, I got it. Yep. Do you improv in app videos? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. A lot of the stuff you hear Pierce say is just kind of me off the cuff, if you will. And yeah, it's pretty fun. People are following me, but interestingly, that's not a YouTube like subscribe or like follower get. That little sound you guys hear is gonna happen every time somebody follows me on my Twitch channel, which you definitely should, because I play some silly games over there. A game that I think you guys would like. On Tuesday, I'm thinking about playing Flight Attendant Simulator. Marissa was watching a streamer play it earlier today, and I was like, that sounds goofy enough to do for a one-off stream. What's my favorite Aphmau character? Obviously Pierce. Obviously. Come on. That one's an easy one. Let's see here. Am I going to VidCon this year? I think so. So I keep saying that. People ask me over on the Twitch channel a lot too. Put my Twitch channel in the description. Yeah, you can also just find it. I admit I was kind of playing around with his settings here, so I don't really have it easily set up. But you can find me if you just type in Shadow Temple, like you see on this channel, and you type it for Twitch, or you go onto my main page of this YouTube channel, and then search around, you'll find my Twitch super fast. All my other videos on this channel have my Twitch link, so there you go. Anyway, oh god, I'm sorry, I got lost. The answer is I think I'm going to VidCon, but I can't know for certain until I am told I'm going to VidCon. Does that make sense? That comes from the boss. And I will find out from the boss later on whether or not I'm going to TwitchCon or not. Or not TwitchCon, VidCon. They're not taking me to TwitchCon. Listen to that thing cook, friends. Thank you very much for dropping all those in. What are the chances My Street and Demon Pierce becoming friends? I would be curious if eventually they would bring... If they bring Pierce into, the new season of My Street, and then 2, if they do, what kind of version of Pierce do they bring in? Something tells me they probably won't bring Pierce in, and that's not because I know special information that you guys don't or anything like that. It is more so that I think season 7 of My Street is more intended to kind of be this big finale for the series, right? I mean, what is it called? Like One More Time or something, or One Last Time? I kind of imagine it would be something they wanted to do as like kind of a fun send-off for the series, and not necessarily something that has to have all of their current actors. You know what I mean? Is Ian my only best friend? I mean, he's a good friend of Pierce's, but I mean, I got a couple of friends. We actually live pretty far apart from one another, so while we've had the opportunity to hang out plenty of times when we're working together, I hang out with a lot more people around me, closer, literally, because it's one of those things where when you get a chance to hang out with people and you get an opportunity to be around people up and close, it's different. Thank you, Cunning. Yeah. Friends, there are actually a lot of questions that I'm happy to answer when it comes to Aphmau stuff. Cunning Dolphin, the mod in chat right there, just posted a link in the chat that indicates various questions that actually have very detailed answers to some of your questions there. So you should check it out. Do I live close to Jess and Jason? I do not. No. I myself live in Wisconsin, in the U.S., and they don't. So yeah, that's slightly different. What are your thoughts on Peeves? We love Peeves. Peeves is great. I wasn't sure about Peeves at first, but I thought Peeves was very fun after a little bit. Am I still an educator? I used to be an educator. I used to teach at a science museum. But I stopped doing that when Pierce got used so often in videos that I pretty much just started working with them like full time every day. I'm still like, you know, like a side guy. I'm still a contractor, which is a fancy way of saying that I work when they ask me to, and then I don't work when they don't need me. But Pierce was getting picked enough times that it was like, all right, well, I guess I got to quit my job and just work for them instead. So, yeah, that's kind of how that's gone. How's my audio, by the way, friends? Can you hear me well enough against the music here? I'm kind of trying to balance as best I can. Who's Peeves? You guys got to watch the new videos. If you don't know who Peeves is, we got ourselves a brand new boy. He's really silly. He's a silly little guy. This is going to sound mean too, but I promise you, with the understanding that these are characters and not the people behind them, it's really fun to yell at Peeves. We don't know why. We just, it's like, not now, Peeves! Like, Peeves is such a good word to just say as like, it's being upset at, and I don't know, man. This music, by the way, is from a new indie game that came out a couple months ago, friends, called Beastie Ball, which is like Pokemon, but what if Pokemon played volleyball instead of beating the snot out of each other? And the music is actually done by Lena Raine, who, if you don't know who Lena Raine is, she is the composer who wrote, who made Pig Step, for all you Aphmau fans out there. Because his name is Peeves, it's obviously easy to bully him, I know. But, you know, the important piece about Peeves is that he's too nice to be bullied. So, he gets bullied, but ultimately, he's going to be the winner in the end, right? Anytime we bully Peeves, it's out of love. It's out of love, which is a toxic way to handle that. Oh, yeah. Boy, this is a lot of pieces, huh? I haven't found what I've been digging around for here, friends, is I've been looking for a corner piece, and I have not found a single heckin' corner yet. Do I like the character Ian? Me personally, I think he's kind of a jerk, guys. I don't know about you. From me, Shadow Temple, to the character Ian, he's not a good person. I'm gonna tell you that. Just from the perspective of like he's a bully. He like pranks people. He beats people up. He takes stuff. He steals things. He's not an extremely good friend, right? But again, that's the character. Just to be clear. Oh, I found a corner piece. I finally found one. But again, specifically the character. How dare I insult Ian? Excuse you. Who's the voice actor for Peeves? It should be listed on all the videos that he's in. I finally found one corner, and I'm trying to decide if it's in this corner here or if it's in this corner over here. Let's see here. Because it's got like, oh no, I do see it. It must be over here because there's just this tiny little, like, singular pixel of pink over here that I think is adapted over here. Oh, you're right. Twitch chat is on screen. That's so weird. Let me turn that off. That's weird. Let me get that real quick. Hold on. That's not supposed to be there. I actually thought about trying to figure out how to get YouTube chat on here, but I was way too lazy. I decided that was not worth my time. No, leave it on. No. What's my favorite character besides Pierce? Oh, Kim, probably. I tend to favor characters who are like a little chaotic, a little chaos infused. There's just something about them that I enjoy. My like go-to sort of, like each character, I've kind of got this like idea of how to kind of think about their character in a quick moment if I ever like need to imitate what they're doing. And something that I always think about for Kim is I'm not going to jail again is what I think about when I think of Kim. And I love that energy of again that really contributes to to what she's about. You know what I mean? I just think that's very fun. Do I prefer voicing Minor Demons Pierce or SMP Pierce? I prefer doing Minor Demons Pierce for scripted work where I don't have to do a lot of words. And when I get to do riffing and I get to, you know, do off the cuff improv, I vastly prefer modern SMP Pierce. And the reason for that, as you can imagine, is I get to say a lot more words as SMP Pierce. Minor Demons Pierce doesn't say a whole heck of a lot, so you have to really pack a lot of whatever you're trying to do in like 3 words with Minor Demons Pierce. But for silly modern Pierce, he can goof around all he wants, bounce a bit. It's nice. Yeah, spamming the question will not make me answer it faster, but it's okay. Again, mods, it's all right. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I see it a lot in chat. I don't have a ton of information about what's happening with Noi. All I can say is pretty much you guys kind of got what you think it is, which is he's on hiatus right now. I would just kind of respect his time on that, friends, and you know, let him be. Let him be, and when he comes back, then you can ask him about it then. If I could change Pierce in any way, what would I do? Ooh. It's an interesting question. Pierce is what's interesting about that for me is I'm trying to figure out what I want Pierce to be beyond what he is now, which is he's just kind of a funny boy, and I enjoy that a lot. Do I want him to change in any way though? Probably scream less. You know what, I'm gonna say that. I wish Pierce would scream less so I don't have to scream as much. Excuse me. Because that hurts over time. Do I like Aphmau? Like, yeah, I tend to enjoy those videos, sure. I don't watch them all the time, because there are a lot of them. But yeah. Have I done any voice acting other than Pierce? Yeah, I've done a little bit here and there. I actually do audiobook reading, if your friends ever listen to audiobooks. They're kind of boring, like highfalutin gaming psychology books, but I've done quite a few of those. And I've done some voices for some indie games too, which is hold on. Yes, I'm married. There's the wedding in case the didn't see it. Yeah, I did some kind of scary indie horror games. You may have seen them. You probably haven't because you're asking. But if you ever heard of a game developer named publisher, I guess is technically the correct term, called Puppet Combo, I've done a couple voices for that stuff. And it's pretty fun. Excuse me. You think Pierce get more brain cells? Nah. I think he's doing just fine on the brain cells he's got. Because you want a mix of characters, right? If all the characters were super smart brainiacs and knew exactly how to solve all the problems in their life, it wouldn't be very interesting, would it? Do I like Jason? I think you guys are just asking, like, do I like my bosses? And the answer is yeah, they're bosses, and I don't envy the work that they do. Does that make sense? The idea of having to come up with videos every day and making sure that they're funny and also good and also something that you guys will like. Nope. No, I'm good. I would much prefer, it's sometimes a tough job, and I much prefer being the silly little guy who gets to come and be a little silly little guy, and I don't have to think about the rest of it. Do I want to have 2 million subscribers? I mean, eventually, maybe. Yeah, friends, just for the sake of chat and for the sake, I guess, of the sanity of my mods, because they don't like it. Do try to be careful about repeating your messages as often as you are. Just roll along here. I do agree, by the way, Miss. I wish people had different colors in chat, like the actual Twitch chat has, because I think that's way better. Tell us all of your sheep's name. You literally just typed that twice. Yeah, no. If you think you're gonna get all the sheep names out of me, here's the trick. You have to understand for a lot of the sheep names that I come up with for those videos, those come into my head the second that sheep needs to have a name, and then it goes away the instant we stop recording that video. I have no clue as to all the different names of my sheep. Someone should totally go through. I would send you in the mail. I would send you a little sheep plush, a little Minecraft sheep plush in the mail to whoever went through and cataloged every single Pierce sheep name starting all the way back in 2020 and going all the way to now. To be clear, that would probably be something like 1,500 videos. 1,500 videos. And scooping through them and figuring out whether or not that they had one in there. That would be so extra. But I think it's more fun. I can't wait for someone to get that done in a day. I should never underestimate the power of children with way too much time on their hands. I've made a mistake. I'm doing a puzzle, yeah, but it's taken me 300 billion years. I should work on this. The amount of winners. True, so true. Well, first I gotta figure out how to contact me. I should do a pitch for oh, sure. Oh, you're absolutely right, Marissa. Hey, friends, did you know, by the way, that VidCon is not the only convention you can go to meet me and 2 other members of the Aphmau cast? That's right, friends. The first weekend of April, coming up here near me, I'm going to the Midwest Gaming Classic. If Mod wouldn't mind posting the link for their convention there. I should actually set up a link for that. But yes, the Midwest Gaming Classic happening in Milwaukee the first weekend of April. I'm going to be joined by the actors for Zane and Kim over here in Milwaukee. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Shadow mod your wife. Fine. All right. Jeez. My wife is now moderating. She now is powerful. What's your opinion on Zane? Zane is the Squidward to my SpongeBob. You need to have both in order for it to be funny. If you have all Squidward and no SpongeBob, it's not funny. If you have all SpongeBob and no Squidward, it's not funny. You need a mix of both in comedy in order to make it all go along. That said, the actor for Zane, Keston, and I are deep fans of roller coasters, and so we share a love of roller coasters and escape rooms. So we do a lot of stuff for that. So that's very fun. When I joined the Aphmau show, it's been I don't know why I said it like that. 2019 was the first time that I did stuff because it was for Minor Demons back then. It was pretty wild. You want me to talk with a deep voice? There it is. You can hear it now. Sorry, I have to really lean into the microphone and stop playing with the puzzle for a minute to do it. That's why I'm not doing it very often right now. Going to Minecraft experience in London? Cool. But yeah, I hope if you happen to be in the general Midwestern area, you know, whether it be Wisconsin or Minnesota or Illinois or Indiana or any of those places, come to Milwaukee first weekend of April, and you can meet the three of us. And we'll actually, hold on one sec. I got a poster that you can actually get only at these conventions and signed by myself, the guy who plays Zane, and the gal who plays Kim. Give me one sec. We got these posters right here that we have for that we bring only to only conventions that are not VidCon. So yeah, those that's an exclusive poster you can get with all those fine folks on there. Peeves isn't on there. Rise isn't on there. I should get a new one with Rise on it. That one was made last year, and it's really cute. But I suppose, yeah, I guess I should make a new one with Rise and Gareth now that he's getting more included on the modern stuff these days. And yeah. Thank you, by the way, Hop, for catching that one. I saw that one. From Greece? Cool. I've been there once or twice, but you know, all the touristy places. Not really been hanging around a lot of the greater areas. Remember the first VidCon when Jess asked me to say yes, and that sounded like, yeah, no, I was not expected to be screamed at like that. I was not expected to like, I was taken aback when everyone in the crowd was like, oh my God! That was a new experience for me, not gonna lie. Because I have not done a lot of stuff before this. You know, Pierce was one of my very first voice acting roles, at least the first paid one, and it was very fun. You're a great actor, YouTuber. Well, thank you. Yeah, and if you guys are new to the channel, I don't think a lot of you are, but you know, I got videos over here too that you can check out. I'm going to be posting a little bit more frequently these days. Just how my schedule's working out right now. So, yeah. How often do people join the Aphmau crew and voice actors? Right now, it's kind of up to the whim of how videos are coming out. You know, sometimes there are ideas for videos that necessitate new kind of one-off characters that you see pop up from time to time. We had one recently, with... oh, goodness. There was that video where we brought in... Oh, what's her name? Lindsay Jones, the gal who plays Ruby in, well, Ruby. That was new. That was different. That was kind of fun. It just kind of plays out to whenever it makes sense for a new video coming out. What's Peeves' real name? It should be on the video. You just got to click on a video with Peeves in it. You'll find it. We don't hide our credits. You just got to actually look in the description. Because that'll also tell you how he wants that to be. So, yeah. Go check that out. Hello, you there? Hi. I'm right here. So I'm still picking out pieces. I'm gonna start assembling a sun because I think I could really get working on the sun here most likely. Because like there's not gonna be a lot of edge pieces that have sun on it. So as long as I kind of focus on those pieces, I can figure out this thing pretty easily. I think this is probably above this one here, if I had to guess. I recognize that I've made almost none progress so far on this, friends, and I apologize. It's just how sometimes these things work. But, you know, I figured it's better that I focus on chatting with you guys than necessarily, getting a lot of this puzzle. Guys, I put 2 pieces together. Wow. Wow, I did it. I finally did it. Aren't you proud of me? I finally got 2 pieces together. You can't hear me. Nah, everybody else can hear me, so you should probably tell that person in chat to refresh your friends. Can you all come to Texas? I never say never. I think there's absolutely a world where Aphmau will eventually start doing more conventions and like stuff out in the world. We just haven't gotten there yet. And I don't know when it's gonna start happening. I found another corner, by the way. Does that mean I have all 4? No, I don't have all 4 corners yet, but I'm close. I'm close to finding all the corners of this year puzzle, friends, and I'm very excited about that fact. I think it's gonna be something like this. It's gotta be like over here maybe, and this one's over here, that kind of thing. Still working on it here. You wish Aphmau would do like a live stream? Yeah, you know. Can I do a Q&A? I mean, I'm doing a Q&A right now, more or less, am I not? As to, I'm going to tell you that right now, friends. If there's a question of, am I romantically interested in one of my coworkers or my bosses? The answer is going to be no. I'm just going to tell you that right. I'm just going to put a kibosh on that one right there, because it's not going to give you, you're not going to get anything out of that. Because there ain't much of nothing. Would I be more happy if I was in the Aphmau crew or not? That's an interesting question. Would I be happier if I wasn't in the Aphmau? You know, it's one of those things where, am I jealous of Aphmau? No. I am perfectly happy being where I am right now. I think I'm happier here. I think so. I think I'm happier being part of the crew or not. The alternative is that I used to work at a science museum where I worked with a lot of kids a lot of the time. And I really enjoyed, I like being like, you know, showing kids how to do science stuff. I thought that was really a really fun and neat job. I got paid significantly less there compared to now. I won't tell you how much I get paid now, but it's more than an educator. But yeah, no, I think I'm happier the way things are. But I'm not jealous of her because, again, that is a tough gig, friends. I'll tell you. I know a lot of people out there want to become YouTubers. It is not an easy job. Far from it. I'm perfectly happy being a silly little guy on the side who does not have to depend on his YouTube channel to survive. I don't wish it upon anyone for the most part. Yeah, for what it's worth, friends, by the way, Aphmau just put out a video. If you want to check it out, then come over here afterwards. You can chat about it. I actually don't know what video it is. I have to look. There's Something in My House, the movie. Was I in that video? I think I was in that video. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, no, that's right. There's an interesting version of Pierce in that one, actually. How do I actually feel about sheep, like me personally? Oh, I think they're terrifying. No, I don't. I've met very few sheep in my life, I admit. I think they're cute, but they're nice and soft and fluffy. But I don't have that much of an affection for sheep in real life. That whole bit, if you guys don't know, came from way back, like, you know, during the start of the pandemic, when we were doing some kind of goofy stuff, and we were just doing silly little videos where we just kind of record for 20 minutes and just kind of goof about for that time. There was a bit where somebody killed all my sheep, and I for whatever reason I had dyed them blue, and I was like, how dare you kill my sheep? Come on, I just got all those sheep. They're Connecticutian blue. That was just off the top of the head. I was just like, would it be funny if that was like a really specific rare breed of sheep? And friends, since that one little joke I've made, Pierce has loved sheep ever since. It has been permanently a part of his life for the rest of his days. Which I think is very funny. But that's just how things go. I'm sure you probably have out there in your life friends who have inside jokes with you that are built off of one thing you did one time, and that, you know, kind of happened with all those things. Am I going to VidCon this year? Maybe. And it's thank you for posting that, Miss. The 19th through the 21st. Thank you. Thank you. Oh boy, I better not spill any. I'm getting nervous here. I don't want to spill any pieces here as I go along. What's my favorite part of Pierce as a character? The fact that he's a himbo. I love himbos with an undying passion. And I use it as a model for my own sort of sake of sanity in the world as well. To be a dude that can just be happy and joyous about things. Not to worry about, like, how other people will think of him or think of you for the things you enjoy. And being prevented from just being happy. I think is a really important thing to take away from Pierce, is that he's just somebody who loves living, loves having friends, and loves life, you know? And you don't have to be smart for that. In fact, being smart is usually something that gets in the way of just being able to enjoy life like that, right? I think that's so useful. I still remember to this day that I had a kid, I had a young boy who came up to us at VidCon one year, and he was super excited about meeting the Aphmau people and stuff like that, and I was dressed up as Pierce and stuff, and he really was excited about being there, but he couldn't really show it. And a part of it is he thought that him being a boy and liking Aphmau was a problem. He shouldn't be able to do that because he's a boy. And something he told us as much. Like, he said, like, oh, you know, I really want to enjoy, I really like Aphmau stuff, but I know I'm not supposed to, because I'm a boy. And I was like, I mean, do you really like watching the videos? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, that's it. Then you found the thing you like to do. And you should like being able to do that no matter what you are, you know? So that's why I like playing Pierce, is that it allows me to kind of redefine what that has to be for people, you know? These pieces are so small, guys. They're so small. Is it going good with the puzzle? It is not. It is not. But I'm working on it. I'm slowly piecing this thing together, and we'll get there. As another refresh on that, friends, I don't have any new news for you about Ian or Noi. I wish I had something for you, but I do not. Best source of information about that stuff would be from them directly, because I want to respect whatever boundaries they need for that. You're going to be at Midwest Gaming Classic. Oh, yeah. I'm going to... So myself, Keston, again, the guy who plays Zane, and Corinne, the gal who plays Kim, we are going to be up in the same area where most of the pinball machines are. There's like an entire expo like room where most of the pinball machines are. That's where to look for us. We will have our own little table. It'll be against one of the main pillars in the main entryway. And it should be good. It should be real fun. Hope you'll enjoy. Do I know what a pug is? Like the dog? If it means something else. What is the inspo for Pierce's design? Ooh. So I don't have a lot of info about that, right? There are things that I get to decide about how Pierce rolls, and then there's stuff that has just been handed to me, right? And the art design behind him is not me, right? That was Aphmau's got some very, very, very good artists who work together to make some very cool stuff. And just to be clear, am not an artiste. That is not my job. I wish I was better at art. If I put in the time and practiced and really, committed myself to it, yeah, I could probably learn how to do art better. But that sounds like work. Ugh. Ugh, work, the worst. Who would even do such a thing? Do you need silent puzzle support? You don't have to be silent. If you want to join me, you're welcome to do so, my dear. Marishka Bob, by the way, in chat there, friends, is my wife who is currently watching this. I set this up, by the way, here because I wanted to see if I could do a YouTube stream and see how well that would work, and the answer so far seems to be very well. Number 2 is I wanted to see if I could create a better crafting setup, because again, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I have, I think, no joke, I think 3 different large Lego boxes, like stacked up next to me, that I think could make for great videos or great like stream stuff in the future. And I just haven't gotten around to doing any of it. So I thought it'd be nice to kind of think of a better way to do that on stream. I think I've figured it out. I think I've gotten this settled out and understand how it works. Lego streams, yeah. And those would, to be clear, would happen on my Twitch channel and maybe my YouTube channel simultaneously. But this, I figured we can get this out of our system on YouTube exclusively. Does that make sense? If I could voice any other character from the SMP, who would it be? I think Rise is such a fun counter to Pierce in terms of like voice and energy and attitude. He would be kind of a fun alternative. I also, if you guys didn't see a couple videos ago, I actually got to voice Gene for a video. Turns out the original actor for Gene, Alejandro, couldn't make it in time to record, and then his backups also couldn't do it either. So I actually ended up doing the voice for Gene. You can go listen to it. It's the vampire video that's recently. Are you saying the music's too loud? Like way too loud? It seems pretty quiet by my levels, but let me know in chat what you think. Do I watch my own posts? I'll watch the videos with Pierce in them. But yeah. It's not loud? Okay, cool. Hi, my dear. Friends, Marissa might be joining us and building a little bit of puzzling right now. Right? Isn't this good? Isn't it a cute setup? Yeah, you can just bring your chair. Just be careful about the light here. It's pretty unbalanced. But if I can move things around and rearrange. Friends, Marissa's gonna join us and help us build this puzzle today. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. And friends, please don't try to self-advertise for yourself or promote other channels. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm excited for you. It's just, you're not going to get anything out of it for doing it. Say hi to the nice folks at home.
Hello, folks at home.
That's Marissa, by the way, friends, because people keep asking me. I'm married, and this is my wife. And she likes puzzles, so she's going to help me assemble this. I did a pretty good job finding a lot of the edge pieces, I'm going to say at least, if nothing else. Marissa's gonna see if she can start assembling the top of the puzzle here. Are you able to do the Pierce from Minor Demon's voice? I am able to do the... well, mostly. Hold on. I am able to do the Minor Demon's Pierce voice. The trouble is that my microphone's like really... I have to like really lean into it to get close enough to do the Minor Demon's Pierce voice. And leaning over, if you guys don't know, is not a good way to do voice acting. You should be able to really expand your lungs out that way. You did it, my dear. Thank you. That sun is a dead giveaway, right? It should be so easy to do that sun, and I
contributed. Yeah.
Marissa contributed, guys. She's doing great. She's doing better than I ever could. Let's see here. is definitely part of this kitty cat. Aren't these pieces so small, by the way? They're so small. Does that fit together? I can't fit. No, that's a cat ear is what that is. I bet you that's a cat ear. Maybe up here somewhere. Probably. Do I like the songs like Faster Car, Wouldn't Change a Thing? I actually, yeah, this past year at VidCon, I got to listen to those songs be performed live. Loving Caliber was at VidCon, and it was really cool to see them perform because I'd never met them before, and it was pretty fun. And I will tell you, friends, they were bewildered. They knew that that their songs were popular through Aphmau, but they did not know just how popular they were. And it was so cute. They were so excited. And then people were excited to meet them too. It was really nice. So start at the edge. We to be clear, all the pieces that you see scattered out right here, those are edge pieces. I have been scoping out any and all edge pieces that I can find and placing them outward. So that way we can kind of assemble from there. How'd I get into doing videos with Aphmau? So Mac and Cheese and I, if you ever Mac and Cheese please, she and I have been friends since before she started doing stuff with Aphmau, which she started back in like 2018, I want to say. She and I were friends through Twitch, because I streamed on Twitch long before I did anything on YouTube, really. And she got pulled on to do videos with Aphmau for a little bit there, right? And during that time, they were looking to start up Minor Demons, the animated, the role play series, and Mac knew that I wanted to do voice acting. She knew that I was interested in getting into some of that stuff, and she was like, "Hey, we're looking for voices for this new series. I know you want to do voice acting. Do you want to try out to audition?" And I was like, "Sure." So I auditioned for both Noi and Pierce for Minor Demons. My voice was just too low, really, to reliably do this sort of high nasally voice that you need for Noi. And so Pierce is what I got, and the rest, as they say, is history. As to why I do videos today, still to this day, is that when the pandemic hit, I had a lot more free time suddenly, because I was working at a science museum that didn't really get a whole lot of people coming in during, April, May, June of the pandemic. And so I instead had a lot of free time at home, and Aphmau needed people for her videos, and she was like, "Hey, you're kind of fun. You want to come in?" And I was like, "Sure." And by come in, I mean join a Discord call. And I've been working with them ever since. Marissa, I found all 4 corners.
Good job.
Thank you. I work well on praise, friends, if you didn't know.
I'm sorry I didn't say I love you back earlier. I was so focused on the crochet.
Marissa crochets when I'm streaming, so. Do I like Dress to Impress? I enjoy it, sure. I think it's funny. But there's something broken with me, guys. What's up? There's something broken with me in that I cannot play Dress to Impress straight. I have to goof. Like every time I play that game, I have to come up with some wild design, and I cannot just make something I can't make something just cool. It has to be weird every time. I know, it's like right there somewhere, right? It's so close. Oh, yeah. Do I max on Aphmau videos? I don't have an answer for that, but I will tell you, she still helps out. Sometimes us actors will help with videos in ways that don't necessarily involve us speaking on in a video, but are nonetheless very important to making sure the video works. And so when even when Pierce is not in a video, you can bet your butkus that I am helping out somewhere in that video usually. So just to be clear. And Clone Genius, very fair point. Yeah, a lot of the members of the Twitch, of the AF crew, actually stream on their own channels. So if you have questions that apply to them, you should absolutely go follow their channels, and then hit them up next time they're live. Who's my favorite Aphmau cast member? Pierce. Duh. Marissa, who's your favorite Aphmau cast member?
Pierce.
Yay! Is that unfair? Yes. Is it still true? Yeah. Okay, this is very clearly like here and here. Wha-bam. I don't know how long you signed on for this, Marissa, but I appreciate as much time as you want to spend with us, but if there's any time you want to give up and go back to crocheting, you can do that too. You need a hand to then assemble very tiny puzzle pieces instead.
That's not as hard.
Yeah, what do you guys think about these streams so far, friends? Do you like this idea of doing these nice little chatty streams while we build puzzles and stuff? Does Jason, aka Aaron, build everything? Do you have custom mods? Stuff like that, I can't necessarily reveal the details of, friends, but I will say this. If you think you could make like an Aphmau video on your own, or you could make them as frequently as she does on your own, don't. please don't try. You can try to make them like, you know, maybe like once a month or something like that. But let's just say that there are a lot of people who work really hard together to make the videos as cool and as detailed and as interesting and as mod heavy as they possibly can, if that makes sense. Like I said, I can't tell you how many people they're involved, but I'm gonna say more than one. More than just Jess and Jason, for what it's worth. Yeah, I'm trying to, for what it's worth, I'm trying to answer questions, not specifically from people, but just I'm trying to generally answer things as we go along here. So, yeah. This is very chill. I'm glad. Yeah. That's what when I do daytime streams, especially on the weekends, I want them to be nice and chill, because I think they're very fun. Do you think pugs look like potatoes? What'd you do?
I got a piece.
Yes. No, I want to celebrate with you. It's just I'm like, yeah. I just saw a peripheral thumbs up, and I just wanted to make sure I celebrated that with you. Boy, I've really tried to pull out all the edge pieces here as best I can. It has been slow going. When is Minor Demons coming back? I will say again, friends, if you wanted to come back, you gotta tell people. Oh, excuse me. You gotta keep telling Aphmau and folk that you want to come back. I have no control over that, but you can talk to the people who do and tell them that you want it back. Biggest thing I would say, go rewatch the Minor Demons series. I bet you if like suddenly each of those videos were like had 20 million views, that suddenly they'd be like, oh, maybe we should bring back Minor Demons. I'm not saying that that's gonna happen. I'm just saying that if it were me, stats tell the complete picture, friends. And if you want certain things to succeed, make sure you watch them, and make sure you watch them in their entirety. Don't just keep hitting refresh on a video, to be clear. I'm talking watch it from beginning to end, because that's the stuff that shows up in the feedback. Is Shadow Temple my real name? As far as you're aware, yes. This is my wife, Mrs. Temple. Nah, just like all of you have, I have an internet name that keeps me safe enough that, you know, I don't have any too weird people just trying to wander into my life. What's something I like working about the Aphmau crew? I get to be a funny boy every day, and I get paid for that. That's not something that a lot of other people get to say they get to do. And I love that a lot. So I'm trying to add up all the sun pieces. Another sun piece. Whoopee. Got another border. We're working along on this border here, friends. The biggest spider in the world? My opinion about it is I would rather not meet it in real life if I can help it, please. Do you like spiders, Marissa? Thank you, Marissa. Also, yeah, friends, don't share your personal information on the internet. That's a really important piece of why I keep mine private. You never know when someone might take that information and use it against you in some way. Does Pierce's personality match my actual personality? I think that's actually a good question for Marissa here. Do you think Pierce matches me well?
No. I actually don't watch a lot of Aphmau. Sorry.
I mean, you kind of get the vibe, right?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, I suppose you can't avoid it. You have to understand, both of us work from home, friends, and Marissa works upstairs, and I work here in the basement. And so a lot of the time, she just hears me screaming from the basement a lot. So from that perspective, I don't yell very much in my real life. I'm usually I will say I'm way more laid back than Pierce is. I'm much more of a chill dude compared to Pierce. Pierce is an up and at 'em, running around kind of guy, and I'm much more of a sit in my chair and maybe read a book kind of guy. Sit in my chair and play on my Steam Deck kind of guy. Fine. Does my wife know Aphmau in real life? Yeah. Yeah, well, she's met her quite a few times. I meant to say them because we've met Jess and Jason and everybody. Yeah, we meet up at least like twice a year, usually. Marissa actually for a while there was so involved, or so like part of the crew. She was just assumed invited to most things for a while there. It was really cute. But now she has too much of a real career to suddenly wander off to random places around the U.S. You want to come to VidCon? Okay. They'd probably bring you in. I actually don't know if they'd bring you in. VidCon's fun, but it's a lot of sitting around if you're not immediately involved in stuff. Except for Pierce, did I voice some other characters? Yeah, I've done other characters before. You'll actually catch me in a lot of the various videos recently doing random little NPC guys. Because that's always fun. Sometimes they just need like an extra voice to stand in for one other character in there. Like I think I was like a generic security guard recently. Yeah. Do I watch Gotcha Aphmau? I do. I don't think I've watched a lot of it. I think we've spotted it once or twice, but yeah. Your advice for your Minecraft Twitch channel. Would be some good advice. So, friends, I've been streaming on Twitch for. I think I'm coming up on my 12th year. Like I think come June this year, I'll have streamed for 11 years and then I'll be starting. So I guess almost 11 years now. And the biggest thing, as I say, is stream something you enjoy doing. I think that's such an important piece that you should make sure that whatever you're doing, you're enjoying what you're doing. If you're streaming Minecraft on Twitch, for example, because you think Minecraft will do well on Twitch, but you don't necessarily like freakishly love the game, don't do it. You're not gonna like it. But enjoy doing what you do, and make sure you're streaming as much as is sustainable. Make sure you're still doing your work, doing your homework, doing your work. Make sure you're able to still like live your life outside of the computer. But generally just do your best. Why did I kill Aaron at VidCon? I'll tell you right now. I was handed a Spirit Halloween Reaper costume and a plastic sword and was told, go kill Aaron. Approximately 15 minutes before we were set to go on stage. And I was like, whatever you say, boss. It was one of those things where like, oh no, we need a bit for the stage show. What do we do? Hey, Pierce, go stab him. It's like, all right, boss. Has my wife ever been in an Aphmau video? Yeah, actually, she has. She's been in a couple of them. There was especially the old Among Us videos. We sometimes needed extra bodies, and so she there are a couple of times you can see her wandering around in them. But it's been many years, many years, and that was back when we didn't have like a lot of people who could join in on videos quick, that could be trusted to keep their mouths shut. And so she just kind of popped in for stuff. But she's definitely in there a little bit. Do you sometimes get tired of voice acting every day? Ooh. Yeah. I mean that literally. I think emotionally, not really. I think maybe the only time I get, even then actually, I was gonna say, I do audiobooks sometimes for a living. And as you can imagine, sitting there and reading out loud a book for hours can get a little tiring. But actually, I still even enjoy that part. I enjoy the part where I get to say it out loud. I think that's fun and an interesting challenge. It's the listening back to the things I said and trying to figure out the best version of them. That part I get tired of very quickly. And so I usually hire other people to do that because I really don't like it. And vocal strain's real. I'm gonna feel it tonight. I'm gonna tell you that much. When we finish up Citizen Sleeper 2 over on the old Twitch channel, that's a lot of reading, and that will wear me out a little bit. You're crushing it. Look at that! You built like a whole heckin' sun over there. Wow. Look at that sun, Marissa. Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. That sure is a sun. Did you like my song?
It's Miss Rachel.
Did you like my song? It was a good song, right? I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna treat this like at an amusement park where the show runs on a half-hour mark, friends. Yeah. Yes. There you go. Whereas one of those things where like I'm gonna try to reserve it where I can. I'm gonna do the man voice again in Aphmau vid. So a fun thing that I try to do with that is I only ever do the old voice for Pierce when new Pierce is trying to read. In my head canon, he goes into an alternate state of his brain whenever he reads something out loud, and then he flips back to his normal voice. Like, have you ever been in school and your like teacher asked you to like read a part of like a book or a poem or something out loud for the class, and like that voice that you use is different from like the voice you use to talk to your friends? That's what I think of when it comes to Pierce. It's also something though that I try to keep rare because if I used it all the time, you guys would get super heckin' bored of it. I promise, as fun as it sounds, it is best when it is rare. You guys would not find it very special if I used it for every video. So I try to keep it sparing. Okay, I think I'm done searching for edge pieces for a little bit. I think we've got enough edge that we can kind of work on this a little bit more. No more sun? I could keep looking for some more sun if you want. I haven't found a ton more because I've been trying to hand it out to you each time I see it, but I've not seen much of it lately. So I think I got most of it to you. How's your day going, Marissa? Pretty chill? That's good. Who's Pierce's favorite actor? Pierce Brosnan. Okay, no joke though. I was a really big GoldenEye Mrs. Doubtfire fan as a kid, so that actually tracks. What's your favorite Pierce Brosnan film, Marissa? Those are the only two I could think of off the top of my head. And I guess Mamma Mia? Isn't he in Mamma Mia as one of the dads? What, you don't know your Pierce Brosnan lore? Excuse me. I thought we had connected early in our relationship over our fierce love and appreciation for 1990s heartthrob Pierce Brosnan. There you go. That's that their son. I mean, there's not much sun left to go around at that point. His eyes and stuff should be easy to find eventually. Just anytime I see an eyeball, I'm just gonna hand it out. He's in the first Mamma Mia movie. I keep forgetting there's a second Mamma Mia. What happens in the second Mamma Mia? The mom dies.
She dies in between.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was like, what? Spoilers? Because I love Mamma Mia. Like I've never seen the movie version, but I've seen the musical on stage. I'm guessing probably 6 times. I'm also a deep lover of ABBA, so that also plays. It's like a flashback movie. Gotcha. Did your new versus pro series end, or you've not had time to record it? I think as far as I'm emotionally with it, pretty done. It's one of those things where I can only come up with so many fun ideas to build in little videos for stuff. I'm not saying that it's dead. It could come back. The big piece of it is that it was tough coming up with new video ideas each week, and I was also burning through cash trying to get it edited as well as it was, because I'm not a very good editor. So I was hiring really cool editors to help me with that, and I think they did a really awesome job with those videos. But I was spending more money getting them edited than I was earning on them, and you guys can do math. If you're spending way more money on something than making money off of it, eventually that's just not going to work anymore. And simultaneously, that happened around the same time that we bought a new house. And I was like, well, something's got to give at some point. Mamma Mia 3's in the works. They must be digging into the deep cuts for ABBA at that point. Or are they making new songs? Do you know? They're not making new songs, or you don't know? Does Marissa like the deep-voiced Pierce? Ooh. Which one do you like better, Marissa? Do you like Minor Demons Pierce? Or silly little guy Pierce over here? She likes Minor Demons Pierce better, guys. It's been decided. That's the superior one. Does Zane have a channel? Yeah, I think it's Testing the Voice. Or he's also building his own VTuber, if you guys don't know. He has been VTubing for a little bit now. His character name is Terra Bull. He's like an Earth Bull. So Terra and then Bull. You should go look him up. I actually streamed with him on Twitch very recently. That video is going to pop up on this YouTube channel here probably in about a week or so. So there you go. My favorite meme meow. Ooh. My favorite is probably Sugar Skull Cat, which is this one right here. I really do love Sugar Skull Cat. I love the design. I love Dia de los Muertos. I love the little flowers and the face on there. I think it's so good. But of course, I also have to love my good boy, Sheep Pierce. I think he is so cute. I was so excited. Like, that was such a surreal moment for me, where a silly little joke about sheep one time turned into physical merch that I could hold on to and covet. That was a very surreal moment for me to be like, oh my goodness, it's there, it's real. $83 people only. Well, in fairness, we had like 140, 150 people before, but a new Aphmau video came out, and I think a lot of people ran over to go check that out. So, yeah, it's fine. They'll come back once they're done with the video. They'll swing back, or this might even get suggested to them, and then they'll come check it out later. Now you're good. now you understand why I'm doing this the time I'm doing it. It'd be a good time to be live. Did I ever do Voices in My Street? I joined the channel before My Street, or after My Street was a thing. So not since have I joined have they done anything with My Street, and as such, I just haven't been a part of it. The closest thing I got to it was I was in Phoenix Drop Days there. So that's technically kind of part of the jam, but other than that, no, I was never part of that thing. Nice. Are they gonna bring back Kurt? I hope they don't. Good lord. Kurt was something, man. I was playing Kurt in in Phoenix Drop Days, which was kind of the weird, low-voiced kind of lurch of a character who once bounced a cookie back and forth between his hands for 30 seconds straight. Brilliant comedy. The peak, really, truly. Okay. That's gotta be something around here. It's probably a little further up here, maybe. But it's gotta be getting close around there somewhere. I voiced Peeves and Peeves from Minor Demons. I also, if you guys don't know, I also voiced one of Ava's dads in Minor Demons. I don't know if you remember, but there was like one of Ava's dads was like the mayor of the town or some like political figure. And yeah, I was one of them alongside I think PM Seymour, who voiced who did he voice? He voiced someone else in that too. Well, I love Sheps because it was a funny little inside joke we did once, and Pierce has loved him ever since. That's just kind of how these things go from time to time. Am I going to be in Minor Demons? Sorry, Minor Demons. My Street Season 7? Maybe. Possibly. My guess is probably not me as Pierce, but I will probably do a bunch of little side voices here and there, because that's usually how these things work. Have you ever seen the Minecraft video music video series by Rainimator that custom voices is worth watching? I've not seen it. No, that sounds interesting. What is your favorite parent from Aphmau? Ooh. Sylvana's very fun. You like Ava's... What? I was going to say, yeah. Same, actually. I like Sylvana. I got to meet Michaela, who voices Sylvana at VidCon this year, and she's very fun. Just keep an eye on that. That cable is tight. Why I love sheep? One more time, just because it was just a goofy little joke once, and then it just kind of stuck with Pierce ever since. Just kind of like I mentioned before, but like how maybe something happened with you and your friends once, and it's been kind of your thing ever since that like everyone makes fun of you for it, even if it actually isn't something you care about much anymore. Is that you're just kind of stuck like that is now your whole personality. That's the vibe. But it's funny. What is my favorite Aphmau video? That's tough. You have to understand, I have probably played Pierce Baby Court. God, that's a long time ago, Marissa. Baby Court Pierce was pretty fun back in the day. I don't know. I my favorite videos are ones that Pierce gets to be a fun little guy alongside everyone else. Actually, be curious. I think now enough time has now passed for any of you who watched today's new video. Um, what do you think of Pierce in today's video? He definitely was kind of a different Pierce in that one, and I was kind of surprised to find I was going to be that kind of Pierce. I'd be curious to see what you guys think. Let me know if you've already watched. Do I ever play games with Jess off camera? Interesting question. The answer is no. Not because we don't like each other or that we don't want to hang out with each other. It's just that um, it's a distinct lack of time, really. We have so much we put out so many videos per week that doing anything else is yeah, it's some. He was serious, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was a very serious boy, very not funny. Um which was so much so he like Kim made a joke and he's like, "Stop making jokes. This is serious." Blah, 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 blah. He kind of sounded like Zayn to a certain extent in my eyes. Even kind of showed up Zayn a little bit and how like smart and confident he was. Which what's going on with Pierce? Also, friends, yes, please don't share your personal information about yourself. Um, People who are not as kind on the internet could take that information and then use it against you in ways that you do not want. So, no, please. Pierce was not the toddler. It's true. Does Marissa watch Aphmau? She does not. she's she's got other things to do in her life. She does watch my videos though. Anytime I put out a video, I see her. I look coming back upstairs and I hear it on her phone. I'm like, yay! All right. Well, we've got a pretty good side going here. I feel like. Starting to edge off. The problem is here is that we're losing that edge, and as soon as we lose that edge, it's going to be way more difficult to kind of build back. Got to make sure these corners stay out in the world. Where's that? I found the other corner. I found the other corner. Where'd he go? There he is. Thank you. Appreciate ya. Yeah, friends, if you want to go watch the new video, feel free to go jump over there and go watch it, and then come back and tell me what you think. I want to hear your opinions. Tell me these things. Tell me how you feel about these things, please. Got the pink, and then we got the white, and then we should have another like pink section here on this row here going. Just this right here. Oops. Oh no. Did you see it before I recommend, friends, if you have questions, number one, don't put them in all caps. Number two, don't put them all caps saying you have a question, but not actually asking the question. It's much better to ask the question with the question you're asking instead of a question about a question, because that won't help you at all. And yeah, I'll just have to kind of have these things on rotation. I understand that because we're having a lot of cycle in and out. I don't have any information for you about what Ian and Noi are doing for the Aphmau stuff right now. If you want to know more about that, you might have to ask them themselves, because it's the sort of stuff where like I'm not gonna speak on behalf of other people. I don't think it's kind or useful to do that when it's not my thing. How did I meet Ian? Pierce and Ian met together like back in like 2020 or something like that. I think Chris and I did a video together back in, I think it was either late 2019 or late 2020. I did a couple mini games alongside him and Jess, and then I think Mac for like it was like a human fall flat video or something like that. Way back when. But yeah. How many Aphmau meows do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Probably somewhere around like 20 to 25 or 22 to 25 meows right now. Sometimes I get them for free from the company. Sometimes I just go buy them. Sometimes I unbox them. Who here's put a 1 in chat if you've ever watched one of my unboxing videos of meows, because I've done a couple of those and I've got a lot of the meows from those. I think I hit the bottom of. I don't know, but I'm gonna flip that back to the top of this again. Just flipping the music, friends. That's a lot of 1s in chat. I'm glad to see it. Wasn't I a teacher before Aphmau? Yes, I was. I used to teach at a science museum here in Milwaukee. And I taught really up until like 2 years ago or something like that. And I enjoyed it a lot. It was one of those things, though, where I got so much work with the Aphmau stuff that I had to drop it so I could fully dedicate my time to the channel. It was very fun.
Analysts say these cuddly monsters have staying power.
How do I feel about puns? I enjoy them. I enjoy the effort in them. I enjoy them for what they are. I don't always find them to be good jokes, but I appreciate other people enjoying them, if that makes sense. This might be this piece here. I just gotta find the piece between them. What's my favorite season of My Street? I have not watched a single one. What do you guys think? Should I watch one at some point? Do I like being with my friends? I mean, I would hope. Put a 1 in chat if you don't like being with your friends. Oh. Is that too sad? I hope everybody enjoys being with their friends. Hopefully you've got friends that you enjoy being with. And if you don't enjoy being with your friends, I don't know, maybe find a new set of friends. Do you like Blaze? Yeah, he's an interesting enough character. It's like the new Aphmau mini movies. They are a heck of a thing to film, but they're fun. Yeah, it's a new wild world out there, and YouTube, and therefore you guys, I presume, really enjoy those longer videos. So yeah, I know nothing about Dandy's world. No. Let's see here. Can I name all the characters I've played voiced for? In the Aphmau world, I probably couldn't. Obviously, Pierce. I played Andrew, aka Ava's dad in Minor Demons. I played Kurt for Phoenix Drop Days. And then I've done assembled various different voices over the past 5 years. Probably another 30. Yeah, probably another 30 various characters that are maybe like one or two off kind of thing. Friends, if you repeat a question too many times, there's a good chance that you will get you'll get kicked, because it starts flooding the chat in a way that's not useful to anyone. Regardless if you get your question answered or not. Do I have a wife? Yeah, that hand in the pink there. This is my hand. That's Marissa's hand, my wife. She's right there. And she's better at puzzles than I am by a far wide margin. Nice part about this too is I'm not gonna finish this today, obviously, but I can just push this out of the room. So that'll be nice. Do you like Jason's sass? Yeah, he's pretty sassy. He's fun. How long am I voice acting? Until my voice gives out. That's my hope there. And yeah, somebody mentioned there, if you guys don't know, this is my first time streaming on YouTube, but I stream on Twitch almost every single night, friends. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, twitch.tv/shadow_temple. Yeah, you can find me pretty much every night, including tonight. Later tonight at 9 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can check that out. Every time, I know if you followed or not because every time you do, I get a little blip on the stream right here that tells me that you followed, and then I'll thank you. One more time, and the last time, Finn, I do not know what Dandy's World is, and I've not watched it. No. Sorry. Find that blade of grass that gets me a little bit further along this edge here. Surely I'm going to find it so we can get that. I really like the Beastie Ball soundtrack. That's what we're listening to, by the way, right now, friends. And I think it fits the vibe really nicely. What do you guys think about the music? You liking it? This is probably somewhere right above this little kitty's face. Like right about here. There's like a really specific little toed line section right there. And I'm like, oh, I found it. Just making sure I don't have any more edge pieces floating in somewhere in this mess here, friends. What is this age? What is the age range on this puzzle? It doesn't say on the cover. Careful. It just says, oh, for ages 14 and up. Oof. We're having a rough time out here. Oh, my phone stopped updating. I was like, why am I not seeing any more messages? Hold on, friends. Let me refresh my phone here, because I stopped getting things. Oh, so man, I shouldn't have said anything, because now everyone's like, oh my God, I'm this age. Please don't tell us how old you are. Please, please, please don't tell us how old you are. No personal information, friends. Thank you. Did you have to do blue color for Pierce, like just assign you to that, or is it your favorite color? Each character got kind of assigned a color. That wasn't my choice, but it wasn't not something I enjoyed. I like the color blue quite a bit, and if I have a choice between blues, I also like light blue the best. So that works out pretty darn well, if I do say so myself. And boy, I was gonna lead off a sentence about how I'm not necessarily your friend by saying friends, and I feel like that was a poor choice. Tips to fall asleep. Do not have this stream on with you right now. Screen's off. That's the best way to fall asleep, is make sure you're not trying to contribute any more sound to your world while trying to pass out, or else you will not pass out. At least that's my experience. If I'm staring at my phone, I'm like, why am I not falling asleep? That's why. I don't see this color of purple like anywhere. Do you see it anywhere? Thank you for the follow over on Twitch, by the way. I appreciate it. Right? Where's that? I don't even see it. I swear there's like a logo on here that I just don't see anywhere. I'm like, oh no. Why am I not on my street? I joined after my street happened. That's just how that works. Yeah, I didn't join the channel till 2019, and most of my street was very much out by then. So yeah, you just simple as that. Can't be a part of something that you didn't know existed. You know what I mean? Alright. I've been spinning my wheels for like the past 10 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna put a single other piece on this boy. Let's see. So spread these out just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna shove them this way so we can kind of get a better handle on the bottom here. Because I think I can start assembling the bottom of this puzzle. That'd be nice. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch, by the way, friends. Appreciate it. Gotta do Pierce voice. Yes. If you have a good question, you should ask it instead of telling me you have a good question. I appreciate the sentiment, but you'll have a much greater chance of it being answered if you ask it instead of just saying that you have a good one. Why did Aphmau start doing videos? YouTube likes long videos. That's pretty much it, just. And we kind of floated out there to see if it worked, and people really liked the movies, so we started doing movies. It's pretty much as easy as it goes, friends. If you like something, make sure you watch it a bunch because you'll see more of it as a result. YouTube is a world dictated by the numbers that come out on the other side. And it's the best way to ensure that things that you like keep happening. I'm the best voice actor? Well, thank you. How's my day going? It's going pretty good. I'll do, friends, I did the Pierce Yes about 30 seconds ago. Have you ever been to one of those water parks that has like the big bucket that slowly fills up and then dumps out like every 15 minutes? Think of me doing that voice as the big bucket. The bucket just emptied, and so it's gonna reload, and it will slowly come back up here in a little bit, and then I'll do it again. Does that make sense? Can I do Aaron's voice? I'm trying to think if my Aaron impression's any good. Hey, Aph. Hey, babe. No, that's not it. Hey, babe. No, that's not it either. Yeah, he does actually call her babe. It's actually like a thing that keeps happening in videos, and we're like, whoa. Because sometimes that like gets through on a different take, and we're like, oh. People are like, what was that? I find that to be very funny. They immediately were like, no, you shouldn't do that anymore. Can you not do the thing we asked you to do just a second ago, actually? We decided that's
Please
bad.
stop.
That's actually bad, and we shouldn't do it anymore. It reminds me, we had a... You know, kids can sometimes be the realist about stuff. They like, us adults really try to play nice with people. And I think it's generally better for society, probably. But sometimes you just kind of have to take it as it comes. We had a kid recently who was a... We sometimes do Make-A-Wish, wishes, right? Sometimes kids who are having a bad time out there will do a Make-A-Wish, and sometimes it involves meeting some folks, right? And I asked one of the Make-A-Wish kids if they were having a great, if they like, this was everything they had hoped for. They got to do like a whole bunch of cool stuff without getting into specifics. I was like, yeah, is this, we finally got to meet everybody and say hi, and you got to hang out. Is this everything you wished it was? And he said, no. And it's like, oh no. I was like, okay. Or like a kid, I still, to this day, I still remember, we were at VidCon, and there's like an autograph line, right? We're all hanging out. Aphmau's in the front of the line, and we're like standing along the edge of it. And as they're going along, once they're done with Aphmau, they can kind of come in and hang out and say hi to us, right? And it's the rest of the cast, like it's everybody else, right? And I kind of elected myself MC to kind of like bring people over just because I like working with kids, and I know how to, having worked with them for many years teaching, like I know how to like pull a kid's attention and get them moving when they need them to move. I just kind of worked as traffic manager, and this one kid, he just finished getting his one of his meows signed with Aphmau and getting a picture and all that, super cute. And he saw all of us down the line all dressed up as our characters, right? And he like, I'm like, hey, do you want us to sign your stuff too? And he's like, who are you guys? And I was like, oh, you know, we're all the various different characters. I'm Piers, you know, I'm the guy who plays Pierce, and this is like, you know, Casey and Ian and all that. I was like, hey, you want us to sign your cats too? And he looks back and forth at all of us. A deep, deep sigh, being like, I guess. And it's like,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know this would be so. This would be such a like a problem for you.
He
He
did it for you.
did it for me. It wasn't for him. It was for me, I guess. Yeah. Telling you, like I said, kids are so real, man. They will never allow niceties to ever hold them back from telling you exactly how they feel about you, which is usually pretty bad. If I could find one piece between these two, I feel like it was set. I just gotta find it. I found. I know. It's all over the place. What's my real name? Shadow Temple, as far as you're aware. How to meet Jess? The first time I met Jess was like, I think it was like December 2020. She invited all us voice actors over to her house for a couple days. Not literally in her house, like we didn't hang out, but like invited us to where she lived, and got to hang out with her for a little bit. But by then, of course, I was already working with the channel for about a year at that point, I guess. It was very fun. My friends with Chris in real life. I mean, he was one of my groomsmen in my wedding back in the day. I haven't had a chance to interact with him much lately. But he, you know, I've known him for a long time. Is Jess in the background with me? No. That's my wife, Marissa. I live hundreds of miles away from Jess and Jason, just to be clear. That's the magic of the internet, friends. What? The wall? I was gonna say, that's the magic of the internet, friends, is that we can live pretty far apart from one another and still do some pretty cool stuff. Now, Marissa actually volunteered to help me with making a puzzle today. Wow, Marissa's so nice, guys. She said that I was torturing myself building this puzzle and needed my help. Or she knew that I needed her help. And she's correct. Yeah. Am I gonna be at VidCon? I think so. Is all I'm gonna keep saying. I did notice Jess hasn't told us anything, but I did notice recently that we got listed on the VidCon website as like special, or Aphmau as a special guest, so I presume that means we're gonna be there, but I don't know for certain. Well, I'm on it in the picture. I just went for a single camera setup today. I thought it would look a little bit better first, and then if I like this enough, I can get a multicam setup. But this right here is my best camera that I have currently filming us here. So I think that's a good play. And if you can't go to VidCon, worry not, friends. We do also, you know, there's a live stream of the main stage, and they typically give us a day on the, or a segment to do on the live stage. So you should definitely watch that. What's my favorite movie? Ooh. You know, Marissa, I really enjoyed Amadeus. I did. I really liked that. Amadeus was the last movie I watched, friends, which is not a modern movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's from the 80s, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Fun may not be the right word. It was a really good movie. I liked it a lot. Yeah, if you want to see my face, you can see me on Twitch later tonight, friends. And yes, if you want to meet me in person and not necessarily at VidCon and spend a lot of money to get out to Anaheim, California, like you'd have to get out there, how about a cheaper city like Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Yay, cheap! Milwaukee is pretty cool, and Marissa's also gonna be there. If you want to meet my wife as well, you can meet her too.
Shadow's wife.
Featuring, starring the Shadow's wife, and also Shadow. But no, Keston, the guy who plays Zane, and Corinne, the gal who plays Kim, we're all gonna be in Milwaukee the first weekend of April. And you guys should definitely go check it out. If you've ever wanted to meet one of us and you're like, oh boy, flying all the way to the West Coast would be expensive, Milwaukee's cheap. Or flying to Chicago and then driving 2 hours is still relatively cheap. Why are you guys doing today? Why indeed, Marissa? Could have stayed in bed, I guess. Why are you doing today?
Great question.
Can I try to do Ian's voice? I'll tell you right now, people confuse me and Ian's voice all the time already. I don't think I have to do an impression. Just I think people just already flip us, mistake us for each other all the time. Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Kylie, I am excited to see people there. Oh, and some people were hinting at the fact that they got like fan art and stuff. If you can't make it to a convention that we're gonna go to, which is not a whole lot, I do have a P.O. box if you ever want to send fan art specifically. It's over on our Discord server. You might have to do a little bit of digging to find the Discord server link and then therefore the P.O. box. But it's by design, so I don't get a ton of mail. But you can get a little bit out there. Haven't seen the newest Minecraft movie trailer yet? I have. Yeah, no, we shared it around in the cat face Aphmau stuff, and we're like, and my first response was bucket clutch, because he does it at the very beginning. He's like, I'm gonna save us this bucket of water. Jack Black does, and then he throws the water, and they all survive. It's pretty cool. Boy, I'm not doing well. I have not made a lot of progress on this, boy. That's why Marissa's here. Doing the edge. I'm also working on the edge, I promise.
Where?
This edge. These two pieces right here.
Oh,
I'm trying to
yeah.
connect these two together, and I just haven't had a whole lot of success so far.
Yeah,
I feel like
I did that.
I did this. Mostly.
No, you didn't.
I did most of it.
You didn't.
Yeah, and I did some of this. And shut up.
Roll the tapes.
It's true. There's
Roll
footage.
it back.
Oh no. Yeah, what'd you guys think of the new Minecraft movie trailer? How does it feel to make videos and like have a lot of trial and error and all that? Oh, sure. Yeah, no. That's a big piece of it, of course. You know, especially, I'm just gonna tell you guys, like, we do make mistakes in videos all the time. And sometimes pieces that we, like, really cool, like, special effects and things that we want to make sure happens in a video, yeah, we have to redo, right? And that is just no fun, right? It's not fun to mess something up and be like, all right, well, all that work we did, we got to do it all again to make sure we got it right for the video. Of course, nobody likes doing that, right? It's tough stuff to have to sit there and like know that like, okay, well now, you know, we learned from this and now we got to do it again. But that's how you make good stuff in the world, you know? Make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and then when you go for it again, remember that mistake you made and try to do it better next time. It's an important piece of the puzzle, you know? What you looking at, my dear? Just staring off into the middle distance, like with a 1,000-yard stare, the likes of which something akin to a like a war vet. I love you. Yeah. Do you like anime? It depends on the anime. Do I have a pet? Yeah. Is he on his own up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hasn't made too much noise. Yeah, we have a mini Aussie Shepherd. His name is Bento, and he's 6 years old, something like that. Goodness. What an old man. What's the best color other than blue? I actually like orange a lot. I think orange is a nice, pretty color. Do you know Super Mario? If you do, what's your favorite character? Ooh, favorite character in Super Mario. I think it's Waluigi. Marissa's is Yoshi. She loves Yoshi. She plays Yoshi in Smash. She plays Yoshi in Mario Party. She like anytime she can play Yoshi. That's where she is. Is that accurate? Am I married? Yeah. She's right here. She's the one who puts up with my shenanigans in the background here all the time. And I'm very grateful because I don't know how many people would. What? She likes being married to me, guys. Hooray! They connect. That shade of blue does not match that shade of blue. I fully agree with you. My wife likes me. I didn't know that's actually another very funny thing. I wear my wedding ring at VidCon, friends, because you know I'm married, so of course I'm gonna wear my wedding ring, right? You know, we have plenty of fans who come, or like how VidCon works. If you guys don't know, we Aphmau, Catface, etc. have a big booth, huge booth at VidCon. At least we did last year. I don't know what our plan is this year, but and so we'll do meet and greets with various characters out there saying hi to all the kids and stuff. And there's a kid who came up, and I was just somebody knew about Marissa. I think they've watched my like Twitch streams and stuff like that, and you're like, how's Marissa doing? And I'm like, oh yeah. And I think I mentioned because some of the characters who were there didn't know about you, like guy who plays Rise and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, you know, Marissa's my wife. And I miss her, and she's doing great back at home. Thank you for asking. And somebody behind them was like, I didn't know you were married. It was like, oh no. Like revulsion. Like, married. Is my real name Shadow? As far as you're aware, yeah. As just good old internet safety, friends. Keep your internet name, and keep your personal name to yourself. What is Catface? Catface is the company that owns the Aphmau channel. And just to be clear, Catface is owned by Aphmau. So it's kind of a cyclical thing. But like, for example, if you take a look at, even on big cat piers here, this logo, or the tag here is, of course, the Aphmau collection, Meow. And then on the back of this, Aphmau logo right here, and then Catface, which, I guess it would be accurate to say that runs like the larger stuff, right? So when you go buy fruit blocks, the fruit snacks that we have for Aphmau, you'll see Catface on there. You'll see Catface on the, what's that? It's called Shuki.
Yeah,
Shuki or Aphmau Shuki, which is the Roblox channel for Aphmau, also would be under Catface. So yeah. So if you ever see Catface, that's why. That's a very common thing when it comes to doing business, especially when you do big business like they do. You gotta have ways of keeping yourself safe and keeping things more organized. It's all boring stuff, friends, I promise. Just good old classic business. Gonna do pi? 3.1415 is about all I got. Any tips for a new YouTuber? find the thing that you think you'd be the most passionate and best at doing, and do that. I think some people think that, you know, just throwing themselves out there and playing a video game on the internet is a good way to go. And I think you can still kind of do that on Twitch to a certain extent. I think the days of doing that on YouTube are very dead. That isn't to say you shouldn't try. You should enjoy yourself trying to do those things, but I think the chances of succeeding in that space, very difficult. But finding some kind of new, fun, funky way to do something with a video game, I think that's a very different story. I think you can find a lot of fun ways to do that. Start doing shorts and stuff? Sure, of course. How's the puzzle going? It's going. Oh, look, friends. It is Megami33 in chat there, friends. Megami33, a.k.a. Corinne, a.k.a. the gal who plays Kim.
Hi, Corinne. I miss you.
Marissa says hi and says she misses you. Corinne, you want to come help build this puzzle? We hear the doorbell and we're like, we don't live close together for what it's worth. But she actually will be coming over sometime, friends, because we're all gonna be at the Midwest Gaming Classic coming up. I mean, kind of, yeah. She's gonna. We got some good couches, some good. We've got a lovely air mattress or two. Yeah, in a month. So please, friends, do make sure you're checking that out. Corinne, also, by the way, friends here, Megami33 just started doing streams herself. You should definitely go check out her stuff. Does that fit? That fits, right? Right there? That right there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a thing. Thank you. Kim can do 100 digits of pi. That's pretty good. Go, Corinne, go. 100 digits of pi. Let's hear it. Like I said, I actually, fun fact, friends, I have a degree in computer engineering and robotics. That was the thing I was going to do with my life before whatever this is. And I, for a time there, I had to actually know a significant amount of pi in order to do just the work stuff that I was doing. But as a result, really, practically, as an engineer, you really only need to know 3.1415. After that, the digits become so small that, like, the level of significance to it is pretty small as well. So that's why I know 3.1415. I think it's 3.14159, technically. Wow, Marissa knows. Marissa's a big nerd. I love her. Friends taking on my live stream. Wow. Yeah, we'll probably do another one of these in the future, friends, and we'll keep building this puzzle. I don't know how much longer we'll go here tonight. Probably maybe like 30 minutes, at least on my own. Marissa, you can go as long as... Wow, look at that. That looks really good. Marissa, that looks really good. This is... I'm trying to see this over here. Sometimes I just get caught on like some sort of edge. Yeah. Like I just found but like a very critical junction here, for example. I found where Aphmau's hair connects with that tree on the left side, next to that red flower, like right here. What was my best or funniest moment when voice acting for Aphmau? One's memory that stuck you out to the most? My gig whenever we're making Aphmau videos is, so, you know, we have the actors, of course, but we also have a very talented crew of folk that help us out with the videos as well, including like a director and stuff like that. If I can get the other actors, or especially the directors, to crack up with some improvised bit, that's the thing I try to do. That's what I try to aim for. I remember there's this bit that I set up it was an older video, but and it was kind of late at night, and we were all kind of tired. And someone was being villainous in the video, and eventually Aphmau is supposed to catch him, and she does. So he dive tackles him and knocks him down, and then they're both on the ground, and then 10 seconds after she catches him, I come sprinting in as Pierce I got him, I got him, I got him, and I do this big dive over on top of everybody, and then everyone else proceeds to one by one do it on top of me, and we are just cackling by the end. I don't think it made it into the video, but we're all just don't worry, I got it! Where'd you get this puzzle? I think it's on aphmau.com. I'm pretty sure that's where I got this. I think that's where you can get it. You're supposed to be cleaning right now? We can put this in the background. I dare say somebody building a puzzle and just chatting with people is excellent background noise. That's usually what I aim to be when it comes to streams anyway, is just letting someone listen in the background to things. Oh, Marissa, is that the Sports King? This is a super memey song, friends, from a new indie game that came out a couple months ago. You found the puzzle. There you go, miss. Thank you. Man, I should get an affiliate link. That'd be a good deal for me, I think. Said Shadow favorite character is Kim. I actually did say that, yeah. Besides Pierce, of course. And Corinne knows this. I value above all else goofy characters that do goofy things, and I think Corinne knows that me at my core is I'm a goof boy who enjoys doing goofs. Not to say that I wouldn't enjoy playing a different character. There are uses for Zane and stuff. And there's this notion in comedy, for those who aren't aware, and it has nothing to do with your own gender or sexual preferences. There's this notion of the straight man and the jester when it comes to when it comes to comedy. And you need a straight man in comedy in order to make the goof even more of a goof, right? SpongeBob is an excellent example of that, where you have SpongeBob SquarePants, who's an absolute goof of a loony guy, and then you have Squidward, which is this boring, life sucks kind of thing. And you need both of them because that elevates, or when you have somebody who's very normal next to them, a normie next to the weird one, the weird one becomes weirder just by merit of existing. And it's fun that way. Who's in One Piece? Corinne does One Piece stuff, friends. She played a certain prince for a long time for One Piece. Is Pierce a new friend? I don't think so. How many pieces are there for the puzzle? It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. Can you ask Jess if you should release the fruit blocks in the UK? You really want to try it? Yeah. I have no control over that, but I would say leave comments on her YouTube videos. That'd be the best way to probably get a hold of her. Or actually, this is actually a better idea. There are some merch TikTok and Instagram accounts for Aphmau. If you started commenting and really rallying people over on those, that's the place where the merch team's listening. Probably, I assume. I don't think they're looking at the YouTube channel comments very much. But they run their they run those for the fruit blocks and the juice blocks and all that. So, highly recommend. What's my favorite Pokemon? Shroomish. I just love it. It's that and Toucanon. I really like Pokemon with very severe looking eyes. I don't know why I like it. It's just, it really gets me. You know, if Av reads her comments, she does sometimes. I don't think she reads all of them, but she definitely reads some. You got a Buff Boy Pierce card? Heck yeah. Is Peeves a new friend? Yeah. He's a new character friend on the channel. I think he's being used pretty sparingly, but he is out there. I think you'll see him again. I don't have special information for what it's worth, but yeah. Do you know what a Lego Monkey Kid is? I've seen the Monkey Kid Lego thing. I know very little about it though. What's my favorite villain in Batman? Calendar Man. Yeah, it's a guy who uses the powers of calendar. Nah, it's got to be Kite Man. Kite Man's so great. Kite Man's a villain, yeah. So is Calendar Man, yeah. What? Hey, Batman was very early comics, and while he has some very iconic villains, not all of them were winners, okay? Sometimes when you have a character running that long, sometimes you got yourself some silly guys. Hey, running out of steam. You don't have to indulge me on this, but I appreciate you coming in and helping out. You want to get back to your crochet? That's all right. Thank you say goodbye to Marissa, friends. She's gonna go from focusing really hard on one thing that takes a lot of concentration to focusing on a thing that takes even more concentration. What? Really? I guess. Yeah, say goodbye to Marissa, guys. Thank you again. Ever watched My Street? I have not. No. I've never watched My Street before. I mean, that's not a joke. I genuinely have not watched My Street before, folks. I'm so sorry. Just, I don't know. Never caught me. It was not something, I didn't even know, honestly, that people were using Minecraft for roleplay until I joined for Minor Demons. No joke. I had no idea what Aphmau was until then. I actually very distinctly remember when I first joined, I was like, wow, people are still playing Minecraft, huh? You love MHA? I've not watched a lot of MHA personally, no. Gonna be in the upcoming My Street Season 8? I don't know about My Street Season 8. As for whether or not I'm gonna be in 7, I also don't know. I'm not made privy to such things. They usually keep me in the dark until I get the script. They don't trust me. Maybe I'd be too excited and I'd spill the beans. To be clear, for legal reasons, that's a joke. Mainly because it is for legal reasons. Did I ever rewatch Minor Demons? I have not. That might be a fun YouTube series to do sometime if I can get approval from management. I think that'd be neat. Do I know people ship Pierce and Ian? Yeah, sure. Enjoy. Go have fun. I am not going to indulge it myself, and I'm not gonna respond to your stuff about that, but I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. Go have your fun. They're silly little Minecraft characters, and you are more than welcome to have some fun with some silly Minecraft characters. But if you're gonna have me try to comment or dig into any of my coworkers' personal lives and with regards to the ships, then that's where I stop. Does that make sense? Yeah, also I can't do anything about the bots on Jess's vids. I see a couple questions about that. the long and short of it is there is somebody whose job, or like who goes through and deletes all of them. It's just that they post faster than we can delete. So there's only so much that can be done. The biggest thing is, if you see one of those bots on the channel, do not respond to those comments. Downvote them and move on. Do not respond. Do not reply. Don't like connect with them. Don't yell at them, because the more replies that you put on that comment, the more likely it's going to hang out higher on the list of top comments, if that makes sense. James, yeah, Rises VA, yeah. They rewatched Minor Demons. True. Is Kim married? Corinne, I don't know if you're out there or not. That's not something I necessarily want to reveal either way. I think that's public information, but I try, as with a lot of other things, I try not to speak on the personal lives of people without their personal input, if that makes sense. It's a general rule I try to live by. Are the Minecraft world the same one or multiple copies of it? What can I reveal about that? I think it'd be a reasonable thing to know that we have a lot of Minecraft servers. The amount of work that has to be done, like, we couldn't, I think a big piece of it is we can't just use the same Minecraft server all the time, mainly because since we're putting out videos as often as we are, it would be very difficult to be able to set up for the next video at the same time while being in a server we're recording in. Does that make sense? So long story short, we do have a couple of servers we use. Am I gonna be live at VidCon this year? I think so. I think probably. I don't. Genuinely, I have no control over what we do at VidCon. Nor am I usually told what we're doing at VidCon until pretty much we're at VidCon. I wish I was joking on that, but yeah, no. Frequently, we're so busy that like we're kind of figuring out what we're doing at VidCon at VidCon. I do have a pet. I have a dog. His name is Bento. He's very good. He usually shows up on my Twitch streams. I will not get him on this stream here today because, as you might imagine, I'd have to move this camera here away from the table or put Bento on this very nicely lacquered but not protected table. And there you go. As Corinne said, she is indeed married. Like I said, I just don't like speaking on behalf of other people and how much personal detail about their life they have out there in the world. Some people like that being more private than others. So I try to caution or lean towards caution than anything else. Would this fit? Does seem to fit there pretty well. Does this fit here? Wow. Wow. Does Casey have a channel? Yeah. Mega Boyka out there is her stuff for internet things. What do you think about character's personality? I love him very much. I think he's a very goofy little guy, and I enjoy a goofy little guy. We were talking about it before, and I think it bears repeating because I think it's very important to me when it comes to characters like that. I think it's really good to have models of characters, male characters especially, who can just enjoy things, you know? Who can just be happy with things in their world and not worry about like, oh, what is that? But should a guy like that thing? You know what I mean? Because sometimes I think, especially boys, get too stuck on what things guys are supposed to and not supposed to like. And Pierce has no problems with that. He has no issues just wandering in and enjoying things for the sake of enjoying things. What happened to his server with the we call that tree the world tree? shows up from time to time. It's just not. It actually still around. And it doesn't show up in videos very often, but it still exists. Man, I thought I found something here. Oh, I think I found it over here, actually. I think it's somewhere like there. Does this fit here? Oh, if this fits here, that'd be so exciting. I think it does. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Look at that, friends. We are almost at the tippy top of this here puzzle now. That feels nice. Am I friends with everyone on the Aphmau crew? Yeah, you know, to larger and shorter extents, I would say I'm friends with pretty much everyone. Some I've met less than others, right? Like the absolute core of the crew I know pretty well. But there are kind of more satellite characters who I very rarely get to interact with. That I hope to interact with more someday, but just haven't had much of a chance. Can Pierce spell? No. I mean, barely. He's trying. He's doing his best out there. Do I have any background info on My Street Season 7? I don't. I'm going to have you give that another try there, Rosemary. I do not understand that question. Anyway, friends, if this is your first time joining, I don't think I've actually introduced myself, like, at all. But, hi, my name is Shadow Temple, as far as you're aware. I'm the guy who plays Pierce for the Aphmau channel, and we're currently building a nice little Aphmau puzzle today. And we've been at it for 2.5 hours so far, and we're having a good time. Who even are you? Jess said there's not. Did Jess say for sure that there's not going to be a Minor Demons Season 2? Wow. Can't believe she'd do that to us. Again, I would say never, but she's focused on my street right now. I don't think there's... I think that is a maximum amount of her attention already being taken. I don't think you'll see anything else for a bit here. Shadow Pierce is missing in the puzzle. I know, it's actually just, yeah, it's just what, Aphmau, Aaron, Ian, and KC. It's cute. Pierce is in the coloring book version of this, though. Oh, excuse me. His name is Aaron, too. There you go. Do you like Aaron? Yeah, Jason's pretty cool, and Aaron, the character, I think Pierce, like, looks up to as, like, a big brother kind of energy. Like, I think he really admires Aaron a lot. At least that's how I play him, is that, like, I don't want to get in trouble with Aaron, because if I get in trouble with Aaron, it's done, because he's too smart and too good. How's it like being Pierce in the Aphmau universe? I like it. I enjoy it. Who's my favorite character? Pierce. Can I say hi back? Hi back. Why do you guys call her KC now? Easier. Let's see here. Sorry, my people were asking about my dog. My dog is here, and he has decided that my shins taste oh so lovely. So every time I'm like trying to focus on the puzzle, I just suddenly warm, wet on my shin, and I'm like, ugh! Please stop, my boy. I love Bento so much, but he is being very distracting. It's because we've ignored him for a while, and he's trying to like upset me because of it. He's like, how dare you? How did Marissa and I get married? Pretty traditionally. I mean, not that traditionally, I guess, in the sense that we weren't like church or nothing, but we had a nice classic, nice little wedding in Milwaukee. It was good. you play Minecraft one day? Fun fact, I was actually supposed to play some Minecraft last night over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ShadowTemple. You guys should follow it. But the server we have for the Shadow Temple community, which we do have a Shadow Temple community server, friends. Unfortunately, the host for the server, Apex server hosting, etc., like exploded. Not literally, but like their servers died a couple days ago, and they've had to like scramble to put it all back together. And because of that, we just lost a couple days for it, and we decided it would be best not to stream on there. But we'll be back on mid-March, I think. You can see the Pierce sheep. Yes, you can. 1 second. I love you very much, Bento, but you're getting very annoying. Yeah. Getting very annoying. All right, Bento is sadly sitting outside the door now. He will be Aphmau Roblox channel soon? What about the Roblox channel? What is the place I want to visit? I'm a big ski guy. I love skiing a lot, and so I would like to go to more places that I can ski. Where is this table set up? It is pressed against my my streaming table, my streaming setup. So that way I literally just stretched the arm of my streaming mic, my normal streaming mic, across this table so I could reach to here. So there you go. Oh, this party is going to be on the screen. I'm so sorry, friends. I think I could rotate this camera just a little bit here. There we go. I just realized I was doing a lot of work off camera, and I'm like, why? Why am I doing this work off camera? Guess I'd have to mouth for you. It'd be better for you to do it on a YouTube comment instead. You watch a new vid? Yeah, please go watch the new vid and come back. Who would you think might change their actions in the future, Casey or Kim? I don't know. Like, I guess what new things would you expect to see? Ultimately, the characters are characters, right? They have their things, they have their arcs. But in our case, we put out a lot of videos, so they probably don't have a ton of arcs. They're more, you know, they have the things that they offer the story. And as a result, we play them the way that the story needs them to be. Usually, or at least for a long time, the way that it would be the funniest. These days, we do a lot more kind of serious videos, which means that it more about what better informs the story and advances the plot better. But yeah. You'd want to hang out? I think I wouldn't. I could eat lunch with Pierce. I was trying to think who I'd want to hang out with the most. Yeah, I think Pierce would be pretty fun that way. Where would Pierce want to go? He would absolutely want to go to Wales or New Zealand, where all the sheep are. He would just want to be surrounded with sheep. Sheep everywhere, please. For good old Pierce. There's another puzzle piece. Look at me go. Does Chris act like Ian sometimes? I mean, part of some of these things, friends, is that, you know, these characters built up over time, but at our core, like, we're kind of created by us, right? Like, how their personalities play and stuff was a lot of just improv turned into sort of lore over time when it comes to the modern stuff, especially. Take your young nephew to lunch because your sibling and their partner wanted a nice day out. Yeah, absolutely, miss. Absolutely. We are going to the Fuddruckers. I'm giving him a couple of quarters so we can go play some games in the arcade while food's coming out, and we're gonna eat some burgers. But someplace where if we need to escape within 30 minutes, we can totally do that. Maybe Dave & Buster's. Maybe Dave & Buster's is more his style. Also because Fuddruckers is dead. I forgot about that. If Pierce liked ice cream, what flavor would he like? This actually came up recently. I think Pierce is a kid at heart and at life. So I think it would be you know how like each like ice cream store has like that one flavor that's like 30 different colors, but it really just tastes like vanilla? That's Pierce. He would absolutely go for the most color. If you're at like a sweet frog, like a you know, one of those places where you like throw ingredients, he has every ingredient on his ice cream. Very maximalist. Superman ice cream, that's exactly right. 100%. The more that you can have in there, the better. I found the mouth of the cat. Yes. There's the friend. How do I know you? As somebody who wants, oh, there's the kitty, because I put the kitty right there. And there's the kitty. Who do I trust the most? Me. Me, myself, and I. Also, Keston, who plays Zane, is a good boy. He's a good boy. Just like, if you ever meet Keston in real life, he's, like, not to say I don't trust anyone else, but he is just the definition of reliable fella. You know, you got that friend who, like, there's this notion that I'll adapt for a younger audience. There are kind of two spectrums of friend. There's the type of friend who you'd go and like you'd go get burgers with, and who'd be really fun with that. And then there's the friend who you'd ask to watch your puppy. And Keston is absolutely one of those people who I'd ask to help watch the puppy. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm not sure what it's like. Want some DESSERT? Yeah. Pierce can't spell. No, we make that joke all the time. Pierce going, ah, shucks, is all the time. TGCF. I feel like I used to know. No, I don't know. Or like Pierce from Aphmau or Minor Demons in real life. I have very less trauma than Pierce from Minor Demons has. But I have less energy than modern Pierce has. So, somewhere in between. How'd I come up with the name Shadow Temple? I don't think we've talked about that yet. Back when I first got on the internet, don't tell us how old you are, but I was pretty young, and I had some cousins that I used to play video games with a lot. And I really enjoyed playing games with them, especially at the time, Warcraft 3 and RuneScape were really big deals, mainly because you could buy Warcraft 3 and then you just have it, and I had it, or you could play RuneScape for free on the internet, and I was like, oh dear God. And so I played with these cousins, right? And my cousins all used different names that were connected to Shadow with no W, plus an underscore, and then plus something. It'd be like Shadow Knight, Shadow Guard, you know, Shadow Blade. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I was like, oh my God, I want one too. And so I copied them. And I was trying to figure out what name I wanted. And this is back in the early 2000s, late 90s, so mind you, it was a little while ago. Legends of the Hidden Temple was on TV at the time, and I was like, oh yeah, I love that show. It's a fun show because a bunch of kids get to go out there and do things. And I really enjoyed that show, and so I had Shadow, and then Legends of the Hidden Temple. And that's how Shadow Temple came to be. Pretty cool, huh? Can I try to do Kim's voice? Sometimes we have to like fill in for characters and things to help out with a thing real quick. And so we all kind of have like these different voices we do for characters. And Corinne always laughs at us because we all pitch up her voice so high, thinking that's what she is. She's like, you don't have to do that, guys. And so
I talk like this with Kim quite a bit. Hey, F, let's go do crime.
it's like, you don't have to do that, guys. It's like, but we like it. And then I changed my name legally. Yeah, no. Do you think Aphmau will ever do a collab with other YouTubers like Mr. Beast or something? I mean, in theory, she kind of does it with the Fruit Blunts, right? I think that's kind of a larger production of various different Minecraft YouTubers coming together to do like that stuff. As for like videos and things, I don't know. I think she kind of really enjoys having the control over her own videos. What you sometimes lose with those collabs, especially if you do something like a big name like Mr. Beast, is you lose a lot of the control that over like what comes to be. That said, I think maybe the biggest one she's done most recently, and I think that's a pretty big one, is during the celebration for Minecraft's 15th anniversary. That was she was all over that. I don't know if you saw, but she did like videos of Tommy in it. She did like a competitive Minecraft like live stream thing. That was pretty cool, right? Just popping in, had fun doing my puzzle. Well, thank you, I appreciate it.
Just puzzling away, don't mind me.
Just a puzzling. Sorry, I just found Aphmau's mouth there. Is Jess actually short in real life? She's so short. It's very funny, and there are pictures of it on the internet, right? All the boys are like 6 foot and taller, and she is like 4'10", 4'11", and so it's she's just so small. I mean, you know, she doesn't intentionally only hire tall voice actors. It just how it happened. And so we're just so much bigger than her whenever we go to do things. We just tower over her. That poor gal. And so we make fun of her, largely because she's okay with it. But it is also just funny. That's just how that worked out. Like, you can't, if you think I just leaked her info, like, you do realize people have met her in real life, right? Like, you could just walk up to her and you'd know how tall she is. That's not, I don't think that's a big, dark secret. We also regularly make fun of how short she is, so there you go. And honestly, it also wouldn't be even that much of a thing that would be like very, very noticeable if it weren't for the fact that also just the rest of the cast are so freakishly tall by comparison. Right? Like if we were all like mid 5 feet, it would be a different story. But instead we're all above 6 foot, and it's like, oy, why did this work out this way? Pierce height on the SMP. I don't know if there's an official height for SMP Pierce or Minor Demons Pierce for that matter. It might be. I don't know. I can build this TNT bomb here. I've just been skipping around these pieces a lot, and I'm like, maybe I should stop skipping them. Maybe I just put them together while I see them. Take advantage of finding pieces when I find them. example, this is very clearly the design on Aaron's shoulder over here. You make an edit of me? Of course, if you want. Just gonna start making more Uno vids? Probably not. Hardest or easiest thing when doing Minecraft roleplay? I think maybe as an actor, I think maybe the hardest part about doing some of those sometimes is, yeah, I think that is a regular thing that I think is the hardest, is being able to be expressive when it comes to acting it out, right? Because it's one thing to be able to have a good voice and make sure that it is expressive in the voice and things like that, but then to be able to match that to character movement and make sure that it feels fluid and real and normal also, because you can do like really super dramatic things with that too, but it looks weird when you do too much of it, right? And so it's all this strange balance that we have to kind of play when thinking how we best want to kind of go about it. There we go. Got another piece of the kitty cat down there. Meow. Do I like Bluey? I have watched some Bluey. It's pretty good. You want to say my favorite character in the Aphmau series? Well, thank you. By the way, friends, I would be remiss to ask if you have enjoyed this stream here today, and I hope you have. Please take a moment if you get a chance to watch some of my more recent videos here on the YouTube channel. I'm trying to get it started off again, and it would help. It would help me greatly if you would check those videos out. The most recent one is me trying to run my own fast food restaurant, and I think it's pretty fun. I hope you'll check it out. Yeah, part of it is that a lot of these pieces are flipped upside down, and that is true. I should be trying to flip those right side up, because I don't know what's on them if they're flipped upside down, you know what I mean? Have you ever heard about Danganronpa? Oh, yeah. Oh, do I know some Danganronpa. I've actually played the whole series. For better or worse. I enjoy the mainline games. I did not very much enjoy another episode, quote unquote. But generally, I did like it, yeah. I don't think that's right. Well, it sounds like Pierce from Aphmau characters. Am I? Yes, I am. I am the guy who plays Pierce. That is correct. And actually, give me 1 second here, friends, because speaking of which, I'm getting asked by the fine folks at Fine Folks for that when I'm recording. So I'm going to, or when I'd be available this week. So I'm going to give them the times real quick. And sent. Just want to make sure I wasn't showing all that while I was doing this doing that there. You really hope Av is watching this? I don't think so. She's a real busy gal. I you know, you have to remember, friends, too. I don't know how often she says it much anymore, but you know, she is a mother of 4. Like, when she is not working, like, at, you know, for the channel. Hold on. One moment. Oh, okay. I thought I did something wrong, but there's something else going on. So, yeah. But yeah, Aphmau's a mom, you know? She's a mom with kids, and I really hope that when when the week is done, that she has an opportunity, and I mean this quite genuinely, to stop being Aphmau. Does that make sense? Like, being Aphmau is a cool thing, you know? And very few people get to be Aphmau. In fact, one person gets to be Aphmau. But I genuinely hope that when she goes home at the end of the week, that at some point, at somewhere, sometime, she gets to stop being Aphmau and starts getting to just be Jess and being a mom and just hanging out and having a good time with her family. Because she deserves that. I think everyone deserves that from time to time. And so if she is watching right now, hi. But if she's not, and if she is, I hope she stops. Or at least comes and says hi. But that she isn't making her job having to continue to be her even when she has off time. Because it should be mentioned too, I've got it easy here, friends. When it comes to being Pierce and stuff, I just get to go and be a goofball for a while and that's my day. But she's involved with a lot of pieces of how this all comes together. And simultaneously, still writing, you know, getting through the setup and everything for the new My Street season. That is a lot to work on, to say the least.
But look, I almost got that Meow there. I almost got that full Meow.
The Pierce and Kim ship? Oh, because that did happen in today's video. I was trying to figure out why people we kept talking about that. And I was like, I don't really know of a Pierce Kim ship very much, but that was a thing in today's video, wasn't it? It's something. I don't think Kim actually wants that. I think Kim can sometimes get easily distracted, but I don't think Kim actually wants that. The instant that Pierce becomes a little less competent, she'd be like, oh no, why did I? Oh no, why did I? Is gonna be the whole line there. Sent the shipping a long time ago. No, when people are going through, I'm just gonna be reading and answering questions as I can for what it's worth. It's not that any one particular person's getting it out there. Ever cosplayed before? I actually cosplay as Pierce whenever we go to VidCon. I've got a jacket and like a special jacket for it and everything. It's really cute. Let's see. Ever thought of asking Aph to do how to train your dragon kind of thing? I feel like we've done one of those before in the past. You have to understand, we've done thousands of videos, so there's a very good chance that if you're like, hey, have you ever done, or why don't you do this? Go check, because there's a good chance we've done something close to it somewhere out there. Ever been in an indie animated show? If not, would you be up to being any? Yeah, absolutely. The answer is no. I've not been in any indie animated show. I've been in some indie horror games, but I've not done any animated shows. I've auditioned for some. But yeah, that's just how sometimes things go. You know, sometimes you audition for things and you don't get in them. But that's just I've done hundreds of auditions and things I've never been in, and that's just how voice acting works. Yeah, I'd absolutely jump in on some animation that paid. I think that's an important piece to it. I love doing work, but I also the only thing I love more than doing work is getting paid for that work. So I'm always looking for new paid gigs if people are interested. Where'd you get the puzzle? It's on aphmau.com. You can go buy it there right now. Pretty fun. It's very small pieces, so if you got small mouths at home, just be wary that this is real tiny pieces. Like, I have big hands, but they're not that big. You can see how small this piece is in my hand here. It's somewhere in there. Like this. How long do you think this will take? A whole nother stream, easily. We're not even close to being done with this. But we've got most of the edge, and that's an important step, of course, of any good puzzle. Is if you can get the edge going, you usually have a good handle on the rest. Actually, I might start moving his head up a little bit if I can help it. Because one thing we haven't figured out here yet is how big this, we've not yet determined how long this puzzle, or long or wide this puzzle is yet. So once we figure out that, we'll have an easier time with this. As a present, I do not yet know. When I started wearing the Jess 2019, the pieces are smaller than a penny, yeah. For what it's worth, this is a US penny right here. And that, like, you can see that the individual pieces are smaller than this penny. Join my street. I keep saying Minor Demons, that's not right. My Street 7, I think, is late 2025, yeah. Keep up the good work. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm not very good at puzzles, but I like doing them. Because they're very relaxing, very contemplative. You just kind of get to do some mental busy work, and it is nice. Would I say Jess and I are close? She's my boss. I would say probably not that we're like close. Like we're friends. Would I hang out with her when we are not working? Sure, absolutely. But she, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. She is such a busy person. There was a time when the channel was a little smaller that the prospect of being able to hang out with her just a little bit, like just maybe a handful of us, there was a very real time where that was a real thing we could do. The channel has blown up so much, and she is so busy so frequently now, that the prospect of just like having a moment to just hang out for the sake of hanging out is very slim. Like, I just don't imagine, I couldn't even imagine this year having an opportunity where we could just like chill. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, sometimes we try to do something fun while we're at VidCon, sure. But that's still, like, we're on doing something on the side of a work trip. You know what I mean? It's tough business, friends. It's a lot of work. Gotta give her credit for that. Absolutely, positively gotta give credit. Hearing two Pierce at once, are you watching both at the same time? Both today's video and that? Or in this? She accept people shipping, not me, to be clear, not me the human being with Mac, but Pierce and Mac, you are more than welcome to do so. Just as we've discussed a couple times here, friends, feel free to ship characters, just not people. Oh, that's true, by the way, friends. I don't know if you know, but Aphmau's got a new sorry, I thought I saw something I liked. Aphmau's got a new graphic novel coming out here, I think this summer. And I think it just went on pre-order, I think, on pretty much everywhere that sells books. So, yeah, be sure to check that out. Is chat distracting? All the time. But I've gotten used to being able to do things while reading chat at the same time. It's also why I'm not reading chat constantly. I'm usually, like, skimming out one question and then continuing onward. Ooh, how did I meet Marissa? Yeah, so for those unaware, I'm married to a wonderful woman named Marissa, who's currently upstairs. She and I met through live streaming, actually, would you believe? They tell you not to... not to fall in love on the internet, and I highly suggest you don't. But I did. No. We were part of a charity marathon. We're still part of it, called Zeldathon. where we would play all the Legend of Zelda games all together in like a big room together for a couple days straight while raising money for charity. Yeah. And she and I met doing that for all the way back in like 2015 or something like that. And both huge nerds. And just she liked my vibe and kept chatting with me once the marathons ended, and after a while we just got closer and then started hanging out, dating, and then moved in together and got married. It's 2025 now. We got married in 2022. So cool. Can we give video ideas? Sure. Just know that you will not own the idea of the video, and if we use it, you will get no credit. But you can feel the satisfaction, be like, I gave that to them. Can I tell Jason that you said hi? I cannot. I don't get to talk to Jason very often. Yes, that's a very important piece when it comes to our relationship, is that we met in person first, and then we're able to we're continued our relationship online while we were long distance for a while. That is very fair. Can I bring up your name? The Shadow Temple? Sure, yeah, I got you. Oh, it's about time again. Friends, I do not have any information for you about the status of Noi or Ian. If I had something, I'd give it to you, but I don't. I actually just don't. Just respect the people behind the characters, and don't hound them for information. If they have something they want to say about it, they'll say it, but in the meantime, just leave people be. Do I have TikTok? I do. I haven't posted on it in a while, but I do have one, and it has a lot of stuff on it. Somebody asked earlier if I'd ever do like a video of me and Keston at a theme park, because we like going to theme parks. I've never done that, but I do. There are videos, TikToks of me sitting at I thought that would be it. Dang. Has something to do with the sun somewhere. I did TikToks of several TikToks of me answering Aphmau questions while at Cedar Point a couple of years ago. You can definitely look it up sometime if you want. Another reminder, by the way, friends, that this is not the only place I make stuff, by the way. Of course, you should definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm looking to hit 300,000 subscribers this year if we can help it. And I need your help to do it. But in addition to that, of course, I have my own Twitch channel that I stream on almost every night, including tonight. Tonight, you'll see me later on Twitch playing a game that probably few of you care about, but that's okay. Maybe skip tonight's stream and then tune in tomorrow. But if you like text-heavy indie games about outer space, maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll think it's cool. It's called Citizen Sleeper 2. It's really good. I love it a lot. I think the art style is really cool, and I'm gonna voice all the characters for it. But yeah. Otherwise, what is it? Monday we're gonna be playing Metaphor Refantasio, which is a very cool game made by the Persona people. If you've ever heard of the Persona series. And then Tuesday I'm gonna play a meme game. Tuesday night around 9 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be playing. I think I'm gonna try it out, assuming it's any good. Flight Attendant Simulator, which I think is gonna be goofy. I think that'll be a fun little stream to do. So we'll check that out. I hope you guys will tune in. Where's this on this lady? Oh, I think I see it now. I thought I had it. Now I've kind of lost where I'm going here. There we go. No, This is definitely like this. Maybe I misread this. Yeah, now I see what I did wrong. I think it's something like that. And then this is like this. Nope, still don't got it. What in the world am I doing wrong here? I'll wait till I get more eyepieces. Be With You is back on Spotify. I did not know it was off Spotify in the first place. Just gonna slowly keep piecing this together, friends. We'll get there eventually. Alright, I think I've got this. I just gotta make sure it fits correctly. There we go. That's what we want to see. And then if I put this piece right here, look at that. We got ourselves a flower quite happily. Does this fit together here? Come on, buddy. I know you want to. Don't you want to? No, it don't fit. That's fine. Do you ever see people's fan art? Yeah. If people tag me in it on various social media platforms, I do usually see it. But you do have to tag me. I don't actively search it out. Yeah, I suppose the bucket's full again. Here we go. You ready for Minor Demons Pierce? People have been asking for. Yes. All right. 10-minute cooldown. I'm getting like more focused on the puzzle as I go on here. I don't know why. Like I'm more like, I need to do this puzzle. I think it's because I keep looking back to it and I feel like I've made no progress. I'm like, oh no. Oh God, I need to show something that I got done. I gotta prove to the family that I'm worth something. I think that's her jacket, actually. I thought maybe that was our cat over here, but it is not. It is not our cat. I think this is... There we go. I'm almost done with that little meow in the bottom left there. You're starting a timer. Do I miss Minor Demons? Sure, yeah. I do miss Minor Demons. But you have to understand, like, I can't talk about what the modern stuff is, but Minor Demons Pierce was strictly scripted, right? I had no creative control over that Pierce whatsoever. And that was fun and fine. But other than how my performance, I didn't really have a ton of control over what Pierce was going to be. Whereas modern day Pierce, I have a lot more leeway as to how that boy is performed and sounds and moves and things like that. Like, Minor Demons Pierce, I was, the only thing I did was the voice. I didn't touch the character, I didn't get into Minecraft or anything like that to do it. It was just me handing over voice lines to an editor who would then put it over someone doing machinima for all the characters. Whereas with Modern Pierce, I get to body act that guy, right? I get to move him around and make him bob his head and you know, jump around and dive and do silly things while I'm doing the acting. And that is a lot more freedom, you know? A lot more freedom to make that character my own a little bit more. I like that. That was really awesome sauce. I'm glad you're enjoying interacting with me here today. And we'll do another one of these, by the way. Hold on. I wonder if we were supposed to be at a musical tonight. We had tickets to go see. My parents, I should say, had tickets to go see the Book of Mormon today. In fairness, we've seen it a couple of times. So if there was one musical to miss, that one was probably it. But I think we just whiffed it. I think we just whiffed on it. We didn't. I forgot to. I think everybody forgot. In fairness, I don't have the tickets. My parents would have had the tickets if anything. It's part of their season package, and they sometimes forget what tickets they have. But yeah. For those unaware, I'm actually like a big musical buff. I really enjoy musicals. In fact, I literally saw one last night. We saw a little production of a musical of Frankenstein, actually, which was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. They had a really good Frankenstein's monster that you felt for. You know, he simultaneously was a great villain and also a sympathetic villain. What's my favorite Book of Mormon song? Um, Either Turn It Off, because that one always gets me. You know, kind of like sort of the how do we deal with trauma in a place where we try to pretend there's no trauma? What if we just pretend it doesn't exist? As for Man Up's pretty good. The other one that I like is I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's something to the effect of like I Am a Mormon. I think that's maybe what it's called. No, I think it's called I Believe. It's like his big showstopper when he's at his absolute like bottom, and he's like, "Oh no, everything's bad, but I gotta believe." That one's fun. That's a fun song. That really sets up the show well. Do I know Wicked? Oh yeah. No, I saw Wicked on stage. Probably it might be coming up on almost 10 years ago, but very much enjoyed it. Very, very, very good show. Um, and then saw part one of the movie, which was also very good, and excited to see it again sometime. I've watched Hamilton. I've seen Hamilton twice. It's very good. Yeah. Finishing the whole puzzle tonight? No, 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 no. Do I have kids? I do not. Not as of yet. As for if, be cool. Yeah. But not this current. Do I play Roblox? For specifically to do Aphmau videos, yes. I do not play Roblox on my own. Unless the game really hooks me. That's pretty rare. And usually it's not for any good reason. Like I remember we there was a time where we played some of those simulator games where it's like where it's just a slot machine. you're just you're like slowly building up energy so you can do a thing, and then you use that energy to then you have to start over the gauge, and then you have to wait for no, it's an idler. That's what I'm thinking of. It's not a slot machine, it's an idle game. And I saw Jess was playing in the background of things, and so I decided I was going to try to beat her, and I threw myself in as well, and spent far too much time on that, and it wasn't any good. It was not a good game. Do not recommend. Here's the character's name. He rocks rock solid steady. There you go. Do you know if Apple will make another short soon? I don't know. Seems like we haven't been doing much by that, have we? I'd say another 10 minutes there, Twister. And again, all you mods out there, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry that I didn't like rope you in for this, mostly because I thought, oh, I could probably just handle it on my own. I don't want to bother him on a Sunday. But thank you for rolling in and helping out. It does mean a lot to me. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to impose, I guess would be the best way to put it. But thank you for hanging out with us. I think chat's pretty chill now. So if any of you feel like you have to be here, please don't. Please don't feel like you have to be here. But thank you. You just finished Sonic 3 and you swear if Shadow's dead. We'll see, we'll see. I know people were, you're like, speaking of musicals, people have told me that I need to go watch / listen to Epic the Musical, which I know is like a TikTok creation and I know is very popular. I ran out of music. That's probably a sign that I should be finishing up here soon. I've gone through the Beastie Ball soundtrack now twice. Mod voice so your head couldn't. Again, you don't have to. I was trying to give people a break. But yeah, I haven't seen Epic the Musical because it's on TikTok and then I forget to do it. Right now, I will say this might be old man fun stuff, but Marissa and I are binging through Severance right now. I saw one too many videos and shorts on it, and I was like, all right, I guess I need to go watch that. And that has now consumed all of our media time. So we've watched nothing but Severance for like the past 3 days. We're almost through the first season. Getting our way there to the second one. You're looking for someone to help you procrastinate, but you can do that. You don't have this in the background. Go do your thing. Go do homework and stuff. It's important. You can't. I will not sign your doctor's note saying that you were unable to do your homework. You can't get that out of me. Decide which eye this is. Too similar. Really? I don't know. What's something I do when I'm alone? When I have, there's not a lot of time that I frequently have like free time alone. Because usually when I have free time alone, I either go to the gym because I'm getting older and I'm trying to be healthy and be good to myself. But number two is Marissa and I own a house for the first time in our lives. And so we have to do a lot of like making sure the house still works good. So I do a lot of, I'm the dishes guy. I got to make sure that the kitchen's doing well and that all the dishes are clean and all that. But in those rare moments that I have free time, video games. Video games, for sure. I love video games. That's my jam. How many pieces is this puzzle? 1,000. 1,000 pieces. Quite a bit, huh? As we're probably reaching our end of time here, friends, because I've got another stream later here to do tonight, so I want to make dinner and then hang out with Marissa a little bit before going to do that. But a reminder that, friends, just to say, the Kitchen Never Recover after the part anniversary, finally. I was just gonna say that, if you ever want to meet me and Kim, the girl who plays Kim, and the guy who plays Zane for the Aphmau channel, would you believe that the three of us are going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at the Midwest Gaming Classic, a gaming convention coming up here at the beginning of April, for 3 days. And you can meet all of us live and get our signatures and get cool exclusive posters you can only get from conventions that we're going to, like this right here, signed by me and the other two, because we don't have the rest of the cast. But yeah, if you should definitely go check it out. If you're in the general Midwest area of the U.S., that you should come and say hi, please. That's the only other convention that I currently have booked this year, so other than VidCon. So if you want to catch me and you don't want to have to spend Anaheim, California amounts of money to go and see some of us, that is another option. Because I know that it can be expensive. Well, has guys ever been coming to Florida? Not yet. Never say never, but every time I think we're gonna do more conventions and things, it just doesn't ever seem to play out. But maybe someday. Maybe someday. A piece of the puzzle, you're waiting for Shadow to see it. Oh man. Have I have any other jobs other than voice acting? Right now, my jobs are voice acting, Twitch streaming, YouTubing. I also do I also do audiobooks. So I actually read audiobooks for a living as well. So if you have a book but you don't want to actually read it yourself and you want to listen to it instead, I've done some of those, but they're kind of boring books in terms of like in terms of the context. If you're an older viewer or your parents are more interested in stuff like this, this is the sort of books that I read. They're like 400 pages long and they're dense dense tomes about psychology and geekery and how they collide. And it's very interesting stuff. I highly recommend. But yeah. Otherwise, previous jobs I've had, I've worked as a voice actor. I worked as an engineer for a couple of years. I worked as an educator, a science teacher. And I've worked as a night guard in the past. I've worked as a bartender. I've worked as a file sorter for an office. I've helped shovel off driveways, that kind of thing. Babysat. Plenty of the kind of stuff you'd expect a kid to kind of pick up as they grow up. The night guard was the easiest gig, I'll tell you. I was not fighting off animatronics with a stick here, friends. I was letting in college kids into their own dorm that they got locked out of because they stayed out past 3 a.m. And mostly just watching Game Grumps. that was my main two things. Where can we listen to your audiobooks? I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. If you go on Audible and you look up Anthony Bean. Anthony Bean is not my name. It's the name of the editor and author of the books that I've done mostly for. If you just type in Anthony Bean, or you can look at some of the audiobooks that I've done, including a book called The Psychology of My Hero Academia, The Psychology of Pokemon, The Psychology of The Last of Us, The Psychology of Elden Ring, and The Psychology of The Witcher. You can look up those, and or the Psychology of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, we did quite a few of those, and I did audiobooks for all of them. So that'd be another way to look. So, yeah. You're from Montana, so you're way up north, and yeah, I mean, it's closer than that. In Kansas, Milwaukee's probably the closest you're gonna get. Sorry. To a Pierce impression? I mean, it's not an impression. I'm just the guy who does it, right? Of British Pierce? Is there such a thing? He's kind of got a sort of Bronxian energy to him. I feel like I would kind of remove himself there. Do you like voice acting? Yes. The favorite video I did for not really. I think I've done so many videos at this point. I feel like it's hard to kind of pick one. Am I going to be streaming tonight? Yes, over on twitch.tv/shadow_temple friends. There's the link for the audiobooks, by the way, friends, if you want to check that out. Will I do another unboxing vid? Yeah, I've been wanting to for a while. I've been trying to decide when, for what reason. For some reason, I've decided that there need to be reasons for me to do unboxing videos. That isn't just like, let's unbox another one. I want a purpose. I want a goal. So I haven't done that. How do you become a voice actor like me? It's a lot of making connections with people and slowly building up. I started voice acting by streaming first. I streamed a lot. I did a lot of I played a lot of games where I got to do voices for the games. Where it was like visual novels. Have you ever heard of like the Phoenix Wright series or the Danganronpa series? I sat down and I streamed those games and I did all the voices for them. And it doesn't matter how good or bad they were. I just did my best at them, right? And that got me enough attention over time that people wanted to bring me in for their fan projects. And so I started doing some fan projects here and there on the internet. And then once I got enough fan projects under my belt, I was able to build enough of a library of stuff that I could show people who wanted to hire me for things. Hey, I've done things before. And then they started paying me for things. And it just kind of builds up from there. There's another thing you can do too, which is there are plenty of voice actors out there that offer classes. I highly recommend taking classes because that's a good play. Where and when is the Gaming Con? It is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is April 4th through the 6th, I believe. It's the first weekend of April. And it's at the Barrett Center in Milwaukee. And again, if you're like, oh man, it'd be so hard I've always wanted to meet some of the Aphmau people, but I don't think I can do it. I'm telling you right now, VidCon's super cool, and if you can go to VidCon, you should go. But if that is too expensive for you and your family, Milwaukee, Wisconsin's a lot cheaper. Way cheaper. So be sure to check that out, and then that way you can still do a cool little trip. And Milwaukee, not to toot my own horn or my city's horn or nothing, but I love Milwaukee. Milwaukee is one of my favorite cities in the world, and people should come and eat pretzels and cheese and things. Will I ever come to England? I've never been. I'd like to someday. All right, friends, I think, unfortunately, this is where we run out of time for the night. Like I said, I'll be back later on here tonight for another game, but I think it's time that I send off. I know what Apothecary Diaries is, but I haven't watched or consumed any of it. Do I have the Riz? Someday, maybe, hopefully. I mean, I'm married, so I got there somehow. Yeah. Let's call it here quits for the night, friends, but I will do this again. I will not build more of this puzzle until I do it on stream again. So don't worry, this puzzle will keep puzzling in the future. But thank you guys so much. Do appreciate you. Like I said, I'll be on the internet again in about an hour, about 2 hours is pretty much what it's going to be. And when we do that, we'll be playing a game called Citizen Sleeper 2. I don't know how many of you will like that game because it's kind of an older audience and it's a little bit different. I probably should have done this on a day where I'd have something a little bit more wider appeal. But please, go hit that Twitch channel. It would mean a lot to me because that's where I do most of my streaming. But this is not the last time you've seen me here on this channel. So if that is cool to you, go check it out. Otherwise, go watch my YouTube videos. If you like me doing live streams, I recently played Fast Food Simulator, and I put out a video for that, and I really hope you guys will check that out because I want that to do well. So I'm convinced that I want to do more videos on this channel. So yeah, go check that out. All right, see you guys later. Bye.